yeah, I think I'm just gonna start here, cause the beginning is pretty boring itself. So, yeah. Yeah, not really too much to talk about during the intro, so I'm just gonna talk about maybe the game and the category itself. So, FireRed E4R2 is a Gen 3 game, which means mechanic-wise, it was before the physical special split. So basically, every normal type, fighting type, flying type, rock type, and so on is physical, and every water type, grass type, electro type, dark type, and so on is a special move. So, yeah, which means so the higher your attack is, the more damage you deal with physical moves. The higher your special attack is, the more damage you deal with special moves. Which means we want to have good attack for physical moves, good special attack for special moves. And we're gonna use Blastoise for this run. Blastoise because it's like extremely strong throughout the entirety of the game. You basically keep Blastoise until the very end of the run, which is like more than 3 hours in. And Blastoise, yeah, basically only knows water type moves, so you kind of need a lot of special attack, as I said before. So we are searching for very high special attack and plus special attack nature Squirtles. Stats of the Squirtle I'm trying to hit, you can see on the bottom right. So I'm trying to hit mild nature, which means plus special attack nature minus defense nature. Probably the worst of the 3 natures. But it has pretty good stats otherwise. It has very good attack, it has very good HP and defense combination, and 26 speed is more than enough for a round 2 run. So yeah, first rival fight. At this point I don't know yet if I actually got the correct Squirtle, so I'm just gonna tackle in, see how much damage I deal. I deal enough damage, so it could be it. I should take 3 damage here. I took 4, which only happens if I get 1 in 16. I took 3 damage, so that's fine. Basically, you just don't want to take 2 damage, because if you take 2 damage, your Squirtle has too high defense. So, yeah, no big surprise. I actually hit the Squirtle because that's why I'm trying to run. I have, yeah, as you can see, I had 12 defense, 13 special attack, 12 special defense, 11 speed, which are the stats you should have at level 6 with these certain IVs. So yeah, so pretty fast lab exit. I wanna say it was a very early Squirtle. I was at like frame 4100 something, I guess. That's why I went to the right side of the house. I see a level 3 Pidgey. I think I decided to just run from it, because level 3 Pidgeys are, as already told by the NPC, because level 3 Pidgeys are kinda likely to be 4 shots at level 6 with tackle, and so you kind of want to avoid defeating a level 3 Pidgey early on, especially in round 2. I see another level 3 Pidgey. I think I decided to go for this one, yeah, because it's later on, it's like preference basically. I want to kill 2 things during the first 2 route 1s. I'm gonna be walking up, grab the parcel from the mat, walk back down, avoid all the grass tiles as much as possible, and then walk back up. And during this time I want to defeat 2 encounters. One of them has to be level 3. So you get level 7 for Viridian Forest, which level 7 gives you better stats obviously, and it also gives you Bubble, which makes weakening stuff very much better, way better. So yeah, just gonna just walk back towards the lab. During that, I think I'll just explain. Which doesn't screen correct? Yeah, it does. Okay. Gonna explain the category itself, basically. So in round 2 is quite different from the any percent run. Especially later on. The first, like, I want to say 40 minutes are basically the same. route-wise. You just, but the big difference in round 2 compared to any percent is that you have to catch a lot of Pokemon. By a lot I mean 60. You have to have 60 Pokemon marked in your Pokédex at the end of Elite Four round 1. Or basically at the start of E4 round 1. Crookest, thanks a lot for the congrats. It was a very nice run. Gonna see why very soon actually. So yeah, with the 60 catches there's already a few Pokemon marked already. Which is Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. Yeah, the evolutions of my starter. We have Spearow marked. Spearow is a very good catch, and you can get it very early on, and it's, I think you basically get it every run. Clefairy and Clefable is already pre-marked, because you can buy a Clefairy later on and just evolve it with 1 stone, so basically very easy way to get a catch. So yeah, little interception. I'm gonna go for the second encounter here. This one is gonna give me level 7 for Forest, and as I said before, level 7 means you have Bubble. It's a useless crit, unlucky. And with Bubble, weakening the bugs in Viridian Forest is very easy. You basically get a lot of 78% catches instead of 62% catches. So there's a few more Pokemon marked here, or already pre-marked. Diglett is like something you can get every run, or you basically get every run because you kind of backtrack to Diglett's cave. Abra you can buy in Game Corner. Farfetch'd you get as a trade poke for Spearow. So you catch the Spearow and you just trade it for Farfetch'd right before or after boat rival. So it's always, yeah, it's a free poke basically. So, and it learns cut as well as fly, so you only have 1 poke for both HMs, which is very nice to have. Mr. Mime you also get traded in exchange for Abra. That's what happens when you it's after the Koga fight. You just fly back to Pewter City, you grab the Diglett in Diglett's cave, you just bike down to the house and get Mr. Mime. So it's another free catch basically. Magikarp you buy right before Mount Moon, so pretty early on. Lapras is another free poke you get in Sylph. Eevee is a free poke you get. And you can just evolve it into Flareon, and 2 fossil pokes. Which means you have basically 16 pokes you get every single run. No matter what. So, yeah. I should have talked about this a little bit later. So yeah, this is gonna be the first small catching section of the run. We're gonna try to get a Weedle and a Caterpie here, because they both evolve very early on. Both evolve at level 7 and at level 10. So basically if you manage to get a Caterpie up to level 10, you get free catches. So yeah, a lot of time saved. So yeah, I get the Weedle first. Level 5 is really, I mean, it's kinda okay, but it doesn't take a lot of damage. So this is gonna be a 62% catch. But yeah, if you tackle this, it deals like half the damage of Bubble, so weakening stuff is way better with Bubble. As you could see already, I marked Weedle as well as both its evolutions, because we are gonna evolve Weedle later on by switching out. And there's the Caterpie I also want to catch, so I'm gonna Bubble it as well. That was a very bad roll, by the way. But this should be at like 50% nearly all the time. 50% HP after 1 Bubble. So yeah, it's also 62% catch. Broke out the first time, but we'll get in the second time. I remember this part of the run very exactly for some reason. And for some reason it's gonna come up very soon. So yeah, I mark Caterpie here as well as both because of it. So I'm already at 22 planned, 16 which you get every run, and plus 3 plus 3 which are the bugs. Kakuna is basically a useless encounter in some way, because you evolve Weedle anyways. And yeah, so that's a 1% encounter, and it's a 1% level 5 Pikachu. And at this point I'm like, I'm gonna YOLO ball it, no matter what. It's not worth weakening those. And if you miss the YOLO ball and it breaks out and Thunder Shocks you, that's a really bad breakout. You are dead no matter what, and if you bubble and it Thunder Shocks you, you are dead as well. So yeah, I decided to YOLO ball. It's like 27% I think to get in. Breaks out the first time but gets in the second time. At this point I'm like, yeah, that's super crazy. So YOLO ball really worked out at that point. Kinda have to go for it, in my opinion. You can try to weaken level 3 Pikas because they don't deal that much damage. They only deal like 8 or 9 damage with Thunder Shock. So I wouldn't have died to one Thunder Shock, but level 5s just destroy it. They even outspeed you. So that was another reason why I just wanted to throw the ball and get over with it. And if it just breaks out the second time, I'm either dead or can just reset. So yeah, that was a really crazy start already. Both bugs and Pika. I get poisoned here, which is okay. It's not really exceptionally good, because 7 HP would have been fine for the gym, but I think I even decide to antidote immediately. No, maybe not. Get another encounter on the way out. So that's, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 encounters. So now I decide to antidote. 6 HP is perfect for Brock's gym. You're gonna see why very soon. So yeah, I'm leaving Forest with 25 planned, which is super crazy. 4 caught already, which is basically never happening again. Didn't really tell you the reason why Pika is that extremely good early on. The reason is, first of all, it gives you 3 pokes, or it counts as 3 pokes. You can evolve it with a Thunderstone, and you can trade Raichu for Electrode, which you can see on the bottom right. It's already marked as planned. You basically get Pika every run as well. I don't know why it's not really in there as pre-planned. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit later. So yeah, first gym fight here is Liam. Geodude is a 1-hit in Torrent. It's 2-hit without Torrent, so having Torrent for it, it's really helpful. The Sandshrew is a ranged 2-shot with Bubble, but I get a really good first roll, so this is no longer range. I get Scratched, which is bad, and I get the crit on the second turn, which is useless. So kind of a bad Liam fight. Didn't really lose too much time, but still not ideal. Could have been better, but yeah. As you can see, that's the second reason why I went for why I killed 2 encounters on Route 1. You remember that from like 10 minutes ago. The first reason was to get Bubble for the Forest Catches, and the second reason was to get level 11 for this Geodude, which means if I'm... it's guaranteed no matter what, if you are in Torrent, no matter if you are at level 10 or level 11. But at level 11 and without Torrent, I think it's not even a ranged die. With level 10. And with level 11 and no Torrent, it's, I think, 14 and 16 range, so very good range. So basically that's a really good benefit of killing 2 encounters early on. So yeah, pretty free Brock fight. I had to heal because I got scratched by Liam, but that's fine. So because I already have Pika, so I was really amazed by this run already. This is gonna be like a low low 15 Brock with 4 catches, which is basically ahead of PP as well as ahead of target. Okay, back to the benefits of early Pika. Yeah, as I said before, it counts as 3 catches, so very, very helpful. Actually, not really behind. Counts as 3 catches, so it's kind of important to get it every run. And the second big benefit is later on we go to power plant to actually catch the Pika if we don't find it in forest. And because it's like that important of a catch. Gonna do a little shopping here. I'm gonna sell Rock Tomb and buy 2 Pokeballs, 4 potions, 3 antidotes, 2 paralyze heals, 3 awakenings, 1 escape rope, and 7 repels. So yeah, basic shopping. Nothing really too special. Really fast shop though. That's like a sub 100 hard exit. It's pretty nice to have, especially with buying Pokeballs. So yeah, small stuff. As I said before, do I really, or should I talk about Rod 3 here first? I do have 30 special attack. I'm gonna talk about these fights first. So yeah, basically the whole point of this route is trying to get Torrent and trying to stay in Torrent for as long as possible. Very important to be in Torrent for at least level 14. It's not really important for level 15, but it's very important for level 13 and 14 because every single bug of this fight as well as the next fight is guaranteed 1-hit KO in Torrent and a guaranteed 2-hit KO, or ranged 1-hit KO. Some pokes with water gun. So yeah, Torrent saves a lot of time. Comes with a risk though, you have to be at or lower of 1/3 of your HP. So if you see my HP now, I have 39 max HP. Third of that is 13, so I'm basically in perfect Torrent. If I had 14 HP, I wouldn't be in Torrent, and all of those bugs would be 2 shots, which means you have wasted about 6 to 7 seconds per turn, or per poke. So you lose like 30 seconds if you don't have Torrent for these fights. So yeah, really important. That's why you kind of want to stall on Onyx most of the time, but I got tackled twice after Rock Tomb. So yeah, well, got kinda lucky there. Otherwise you have to stall on the previous fight to take damage. Yeah, might get trolled a lot by that, so that's really not nice. So I leveled out of Torrent here, which is fine, because this first Caterpie here is a range with water gun, without Torrent. And if you miss the range, you can just tackle you and put you into Torrent anyways. But I get the crit, which is fine. It also has string shot, and if you get string shotted twice, you are slower than Metapod, so you lose even more time, so it's not worth it. Metapod only knows Harden, so you, yeah, can't do anything about it. It won't take damage here. Coming up is the next catching section. Yeah, I was thought if I skipped this, but we're gonna go for the grass here. There's a lot of really good pokes you can catch here. Mankey is not that good of a poke because I only have 2 Pokeballs, so I actually decide to run from this. Probably a good play here. And I find a Pidgey, which is fine. It's a 78% catch. In this grass you kind of want to catch either either Spearow or Pidgey. If you as soon as you get one of those two, you have to leave, because the odds of a good encounter just go way down. So I decide to leave after Pidgey. I'm gonna go up into the center here, grab the free Magikarp. Or free is relative, it costs 500. So that's another free catch basically. I decided to skip person because I don't need it with Mild Squirtle. That's a really interesting play I did here. Basically you kind of want to get another catch in here because there's a lot of Zubats, there's Paras, there's Geodudes in here. Kind of mess up the rare candy pickup for some reason. Kind of want to catch either Zubat or Paras in here, because it's not a free catch. But Zubat as well as Paras you can get later on, but it's kind of unlikely to find them. So I decide to repel here early, not go for these catches, because yeah, I can get them later on. And the second or main reason why I did this is because I only had one Pokeball left, so and I still have to catch Spearow I still have to catch Spearow after Mount Moon and before Misty. So on Route 4. And if I have 2 balls left, I can just go for a Spearow +1 if I find a +1 before Spearow. So yeah. Downside of grabbing or of using the repel early is you can't go for the revive in here, because you would have to use another repel and you don't have another repel. The 7 repels are already. You don't get more basically. So yeah, gonna do a quick spinner pass here, which is gonna be walk 2 tiles. Pause if it hasn't spun yet. He can't spin while you pass him, so yeah, just a really quick and efficient way to pass spinners. I also fought Shosh in this run, which doesn't really have any effect at all. It was just the best play. I was at 12 HP and I have a Mild Squirtle, so I level out of Torrent at 16 and after Evo, and I don't take a Hyper Fang, so it's just the best play you can make. And I didn't die. I wouldn't have died to double quick attack, so I was like, yeah, that was basically that was another big reason why I decided to just repel early. Don't go for the catch, because Zubat is always gonna hit you. Try to catch it. I can pound here, which is really nice. You can poison gas, you can disable you, which both wastes a lot of time, and it knows Harden, which is the best move, but it doesn't really matter. Voltorb coming up is a speed tie with this speed EV, and I lose the speed tie, and it's also a range to kill, which I like. Didn't even get close, but I got this speed tie win on a second turn. Voltorb doesn't really have any scary move. It has tackle, it has charge, and it has the third one. I think it's reach, so it doesn't really deal any damage to you. Doesn't have any electric type move, so not a big threat at all. And coughing is also range, but I got that one. It's a very favorable range though. I think it's 14, 16. So yeah, grab the fossil and head out. And now coming up is another small catching section. It's gonna be the last one for about an hour, I wanna say. Gonna teach Mega Kick here. Mega Kick is really awful. I'm gonna talk about it later on after Misty's Gym. Basically gonna keep it for... Gonna use it up until Pokefloat split, basically, so yeah. I'm gonna stay here and search for Spearow, which I find first try, which is really nice. Decide to bubble it, which is kinda weird, because it's a range to kill, and I got really close. I could have tackled this and just go for the Great Ball Toss, which is guaranteed to get in, but I decided to play a little bit more aggressive. Just bubble it, go for hope that it doesn't die, and just catch it with the Pokeball, which is guaranteed. So yeah. Basically what this does is I now have a Great Ball instead of the Pokeball, and I can use the Great Ball for a lot of different things later on. For stuff like Coughing, Growlithe, Ponyta, Ghastly, and so on. You can just toss the Great Ball and it also gets in. So yeah, I'm gonna do a PC heal here. So I'm depositing my Wartortle, which heals it to full and restores all its PP. And grab Spearow as well, because we're gonna trade Spearow later on and just keep one bug in the party. Because reasons. We need something to switch out to, basically, in case things go bad. So yeah. Misty's Gym, gonna rare candy up twice here to get to level 20. We get the move Bite at level 19 as well, which is a very, very, very good move in this game. It's a Dark type move, which means it's a special move. So it uses your special attack, and because we have very good special attack, it deals a lot of damage. We're gonna grab the Black Glasses later on to make Bite even more powerful. And yeah, so basically with Bite, this is pretty much guaranteed 2-shot here. I get double Water Pulse, which is kinda scary. Missed the range, that's weird. Actually missed the range. I think it's like high 90% to 2-shot this. Another Water Pulse. Water Pulse is 20% to confuse, so seeing Water Pulse turn 1 is kinda bad. But I have really bad defense compared to special defense, so Starmie is always gonna go for Swift here. We have a very, very low roll. She already used the Super Potion, so I'm gonna Bite again here. Is this range as well? I think it's like 40% to die to double Bite and finish off attack to save super effective text. So yeah, good fight. Basically didn't get confused. I missed the range and she healed, so lost a lot of time there. But as you can see, compared to my PB, I'm already ahead. I mean, I'm 10 seconds behind, but I have won my catch. But I'm way, way behind the target. Because Sparkle just had a really good early game. Basically the target time, didn't really mention that before. My target was beating Sparkle's old record, which is a 3:32.51. And is currently 3rd place, so I was basically just going for 3rd place or in 2nd place at that point. So yeah, Ocean to maybe survive level 2 here and teach Water Pulse. As mentioned before, Water Pulse, very strong move, stab, 60 base power and can confuse. That's, yeah, really, really strong for that early in the game. Yeah, Rival Fight sucks. A quick attack turn 1, have to potion. Get Sand attack from 17, that's really, really bad, so I have to switch out here. switch to Weedle because Spear doesn't die to one attack here, and Weedle does. Got quick attack, so it didn't get super effective text, and finish off with Water Pulse. It's guaranteed from here. And we have to Bite plus Mega Kick this Bulbasaur, and I get the flinch turn 1, and I hit the kick turn 2, so really good Bulbasaur. Bad Pidgeotto, but if you get flinch into kick hit, it's generally a good fight. So yeah, because it has Vine Whip, which does a lot of damage, it has Sleep Powder, which is just annoying, it has Leech Seed, which basically makes you lose the fight instantly, and it has Poison Powder, which it never uses unless something really crazy happens. So yeah, if it didn't get Sand attacked here, this would have been a really good fight, but like this I lost about 20 seconds compared to a good fight. But yeah, whatever. Not really that big of a deal. There's not really much to talk about right now. There's gonna be a few fights coming up which are just one-shots. The first trainer is just Bite times 4, so Mash A. Second fight you have to hit the Mega Kick. Didn't really talk about Mega Kick yet, I guess. So I'm gonna do that now. Mega Kick, yeah, really strong move, 120 base power. Normal type move, so you have to have good attack for it to deal a lot of damage. Downside though is it only has 75% accuracy, so on average you miss about 1 of 4 Mega Kicks, which can screw you over a lot. Like if you miss against Bulbasaur, you are very likely dead. There are a few more of those where if you miss you just die. I'm gonna mention them very specifically. And yeah, you kinda have to Mega Kick every single Oddish in this game, because you don't have a move which is strong enough to just take it out with one hit. Could like Bite twice, but yeah, not really worth it. But earlier Oddishes it's fine, but still wasted turn. Which is about 8 to 9 seconds on Oddish, because it has Sweet Scent, which is a stat lowering move, which takes forever. And it has Absorb, which shows very effective text, and Absorb text itself as well. So that's really bad, and later on Oddishes don't really have Absorb anymore, but they have Sleep Powder, Poison Powder, and Stun Spore. So yeah, also really bad moves you kinda want to avoid, because they waste a lot of time. So you kinda want to just one-hit KO every single Oddish you see. And for that you have to use Mega Kick, and if you miss you lose time. So yeah, Mega Kick sucks, but it gets the job done, basically. Got a really good kick hit count this run. I didn't really miss like any super bad Mega Kick this run. So yeah, Flamey, I got 2nd place, can't believe it. Kinda crazy. So yeah, this boring part is nearly much over. It's gonna be one more Water Pulse on this, yeah, because I'm not turned, otherwise I could just Water Gun this, but really small difference. Yeah, so I'm gonna get Nugget here, which is gonna be really important later on, and fight this mysterious guy, which is actually a Rocket Grunt. and both of his pokes also just go down to water pulse. So water pulse, yeah, as I said before, really strong move. Just we basically keep it round 2. Actually, we keep it for the entirety of the run. We teach over it after E4, which is kind of crazy. So yeah. Now you have the choice between 2 hikers you can fight. You can either fight top hiker here, Franklin. I actually bonk into him. You fight him if you either have Torrent or have bad attack. But I have both good attack and no Torrent. So I decide to fight like a Wayne here. I don't really remember his name. You fight him in any percent runs basically. He has 1 Onyx. And Franklin has like a Geodude and a Machop, which both are also 1 hits. Coming up is gonna be another Spinner Pass, which I really messed up, as you can see. Let me go back a little bit. Yeah, I think I didn't run here. Basically, you want to walk 1 step, run up, run right, walk 1 step down, and then run again. But I completely messed up. I was a little bit late on the running part. So basically could have seen me there when I walked 1 step down. But didn't get punished for bad movement. Only lost probably like 2 to 3 seconds to the bad pass. Still not the end of the world if he sees you though. See, he has 1 Slowpoke, which does just die to 1 bite, so about 30 seconds or 25 to 30 seconds lost if you messed up. But yeah, there's gonna be 2 more fights in the split. There's gonna be Flint here, which is just Water Pulse twice, or Water Gun plus Water Pulse. Doesn't really matter. And the second fight is gonna be Haley. Her name is Haley, yeah, not Alicia. And Haley's an awful fight. It's probably the 2nd worst fight right after Rival 2, the split. So grab the Aurum Berry here, which is also gonna be very useful later on. And Haley here has 2 Audishes. So we have to hit 2 Mega Kicks here. And as I said before, every Mega Kick miss wastes a lot of time. Hit the first one, get a crit, which is useless. Don't know about the second one, so yeah. As I said before, you have the choice between 2 hikers here, or at the choice between 2 hikers. Top hiker gives you some benefits for the next few attack. For the next few parts of the run, basically. Because he gives a little bit more experience, obviously. So I had to skip the ether here. And it's kind of fine, I guess. He gives you a little bit more experience, and you kind of need a little bit more experience for the late search route to work out. So we're gonna fight a different hiker later on in Rock Tunnel, which gives also slightly more experience than the normal the hiker we would usually fight does give. So it's gonna even out later on, but yeah, there wasn't really any benefit right now to fighting Franklin. So yeah, because if you fight Franklin, you get level 25 for the first Orange, and if you are in Torrent for that one, it's very likely to die to Water Pulse, basically. It's more likely to die to Water Pulse than to hit the Mega Kick. So that's the huge benefit. You basically have to hit 1 less Mega Kick. You don't want to. Don't really want to go for every Mega Kick. But have to go for more Mega Kicks than you usually do. Speed sentence. Yeah, Mega Kick destroys you as well, because it doesn't die to anything else. Didn't grab the ETH at this run because I don't know, I think it just felt like risky for some reason. You can like double bite this and it dies, but you usually want to have one more Mega Kick in this section, because there's gonna be next fight is gonna be Eradicate, and Eradicate also only dies to Mega Kick. It does die to Water Pulse if you're in Torrent, but I'm miles away from Torrent, so I would need to Mega Kick it, but I can't, so I think I'm just gonna go for double bite here. Get a 1% encounter here, which is the same. Is it this? No, I didn't get this one in my PP, my previous PB. Get a Pidgey, which is the catch I already have, so it's useless. Was a little bit mad about this one because in a previous run I found an Oddish there. That grass you can just bite Oddish and throw a Great Ball at it, and it always gets in. You can get Oddish later on, but it's not that common. So I go for bites ×2 here. Attack land to quick attack, which is kinda slow. And get a crit turn 2, which is also slow. But doesn't really matter. Okay, so very important part coming up here. Because I already have Pikachu, I'm gonna enter this center. And this is gonna be very, very important later on. It's gonna pay off in like, let's say half an hour from now. Because what entering the center does is it's gonna set your warp point for later on. And we are gonna buy an Abra, as I mentioned earlier in the run. And Abra conveniently knows teleport, so we can just teleport to this town later to fight Surge, which is gonna save a lot of time. Well, first of all, early Surge kinda sucks because it's an electric type gem. He has a Raichu which outspeeds you, it has Double Team, it has Shockwave, it does a lot of damage. You don't really want to deal with that, especially in round 2, when there's a way around this. So yeah, I traded Spearow for Sting here. Sting is gonna be used for Cut and Fly, basically for the entirety of the run. Yeah, mashing was fast. Yeah, grab the bike voucher and skip them out because round 2 things or late Surge things. Don't really need any healing items right now and any balls. Just gonna rush through the story for now. That's also the reason why we can just hold B and up here to run away, by the way. Bonking to him for some reason. Yeah. Because that's why we buy Paralyze heals and more repels than usual in Pewter City compared to any %, because it just makes you able to skip this mart entirely, which saves a few seconds. It's not really that big of a deal. Get quick attack turn 1 here, which is really good. Go for bite, decide to go for another bite, get another quick attack. Missed the range, which I was shocked for a second about it. Didn't really know that it could live. Should have gone for Water Pulse there to ensure the kill. Next time I'm gonna know. Now I'm really low. Well, low is relative. Kinda okay HP. Mega Kick turn 1, so he's gonna go for Vine Whip here, and Vine Whip is gonna put me into Torrent, which is very nice. So the third quick attack was actually really sick. So now I'm Torrent. I can just Water Pulse this Eradicate and bite the Kadabra and yeah. Exactly. It's a round 2 thing. Bang. You really want to have Torrent for this, for entirety of... hard to say actually. Basically you want to have Torrent for up to level 33. Torrent for this level is really nice to have. Torrent for level 28 is really good. Torrent for level 29 is really good. Torrent for level 31 and 32 is good. So basically for every level it's good. Exactly, you don't boat heal. You boat heal before the rival fight to refresh your mega kicks and to basically heal to full. Because yeah, you don't care about low HP after the fight, or you kind of want to have low HP after the fight. And your water guns, water pulses, you just refresh them before the rival fight. So this is entirely fine. So yeah, pretty good fight, all in all. So yeah, the late boat, the early boat rival, early boat heal thingy is really, I think it's really round 2 exclusive or late search exclusive. Yeah, don't really need it in any percent at all. So run back up here, run back to Cerulean, but very important, grab this candy on the way up. Saves 8 frames compared to grabbing it early, but we don't need it early, or we don't need it before boat rival compared to any percent. We just need to yeah, have it for later on. Okay, alright, bang. Gonna have fun. I think. Yeah. Hope you have a good day and see you next time. So yeah, teach cut here to Farfetch'd. Gonna be acting as our cut friend for the rest of the run. So, exchange a voucher for the bike voucher for the bike, and immediately register and use the bike. And from now on we're gonna do a lot of biking. Bike is not really that much faster compared to running. In this game, it's way faster in Sapphire and Emerald. It's like, I think it's 6 frames per tile is biking, so you travel 10 tiles within a second on the bike in this game. Also, this fight is awful because you have to hit more kicks. And running is 8 frames per tile, so you gonna run 7.5 tiles in a second. That's still a significant difference to having the bike, but yeah, not that big of a deal compared to Sapphire and Emerald, the other Gen 3 games. Yeah, I missed the first Mega Kick on this fight, so I'm at... I think that was my first Mega Kick miss of the run. Yeah, I hit all 5 in for boat rival, I hit the one on boat rival. I'm gonna do a run to bike here, which is run to a specific tile and then hop on the bike. Because if you run, a spinner is forced to look into your direction. Or into the direction you are, because he kinda can hear you or whatever. It's kind of a weird reason why how it works like this, but yeah. If you run to a certain tile, he is forced to look to the left, and if you get on the bike, and you can just pass him, because biking does not change his vision, or he doesn't just randomly spin or immediately spin if you bike past him, only if you run past him. So yeah, benefits of Torrent. In this fight as well as the previous fight, I had I was able to one-shot the first Bellsprout from Alicia. Which would be a range with bite, but it's guaranteed with torrent water pulse. And I was able to one-shot the Venonat here with water pulse. So yeah, a lot of benefits, a lot of eliminated ranges. As you can see, then normally you would enter the Rock Tunnel Center to have it as a fly point, but I mentioned before. Well, first of all, you fly to the Rock Tunnel Center later on to go to Power Plant, but we already have Pika, so we don't need to go to Power Plant anymore. Really, really, really big benefit of early Pika. So, because we set the warp point before in Vermilion, we actually cannot enter this center as well. That's like the other reason why we don't enter it. So yeah, a little bit of rock tunnel movement in the dark. Kinda have to get used to the path. It's not really that hard to get into, but I mean, I did a lot of runs, a lot of rock tunnel. Viking. Yeah, both slowpokes are, I think they're guaranteed 2 shots with bite here. There's no way around it. They're just way too tanky. Especially in round 2. So coming up is like the last really hard fight or really scary fight of the early game, I wanna say. This is Maffa. Maffa has Oddish, which is guaranteed 2 hits. You need to bite plus torrent water pulse it. Get sleep powder missile, which is really, really nice. Try to go for water pulse here and get the crit, which saves a lot of time. And the second poke is gonna be a Bulbasaur. Very, very funny. And you need to hit the Mega Kick on this one, otherwise we die. There's basically no way around it. In round 2, if you miss this one, you are very likely dead because it has sleep powder, poison powder, and it has Vine Whip and Razor Leaf with both. Which both kill. And you enter the fight in torrent like 95% of the times. So really, really, really important kick to hit. If you miss that one, it's basically game over. But I did hit it, so run continues. And at this point of the run, you're like, yeah, this run is gonna go miles. There's not really any fight that can kill you up until Giovanni. So next 15 minutes or so you can just play. So here I'm gonna fight Lenny. Yeah, Lenny is his name. In any percent you would fight the bottom hiker, which is Oliver. Oliver has 2 Onyxes and a Geodude. Which gives a little bit less experience in this fight, which is 3 Geodudes and 1 Machop. But as I said before, you need a little bit more experience than the any percent route. So you need to fight at least one of the hikers, which gives more experience. And you need that to hit level 33. Yeah, level 33 after the second Rocket Grunt fight, right before Giovanni basically. You hit level 33 right before Giovanni with this fight. Nearly get hit by the hiker here, but I kinda saved it. Was really bad biking. Gonna lie. You hit level 33 right before Giovanni. You throw all your candies at Wartortle and it evolves, and you get to enter the fight as Blastoise, which is basically makes the fight possible. Yeah, another benefit of Torrent. This Jigglypuff is a range to die to Water Pulse, but it's guaranteed in Torrent Water Pulse. So really nice to have. Both the Pidgey, which I just killed, has Quick Attack, but it's not guaranteed to use it. It's like 1 in 4. Re-repel, use the elixir on Orange Sting, but on Wartortle. If that actually worked, this would be run over, by the way. Real bad movement in here. Kinda weird. You... Yeah, you saw me there, like inputting left A, because I pressed left A when I wanted to use the elixir on Wartortle, but it just didn't take the left input because of stupid game lag, basically. A lot of lag in this game. Oh yeah, bite both Geodudes because it saves super effective text. You could just water gun them, but super effective text is like 1.5 seconds of time loss. Don't want to really deal with it, so there's gonna be another really wonky spinner pass, but it was 100% safe. Basically how this normally works is you bonk into him, you run one tile down, run 3 tiles to the left, run up until the dirt onto the left stops, get on the bike, you pass the spinner, because as I said before, if you run towards the spinner he will look into your direction, so if you approach him from below he's forced to look down, and you can just like run up towards him, get on the bike, pass him, and then after the spinner pass you actually have to, or can, get off the bike. It saves some audio lag because like the bike music would play, would start to play or would load right as you leave the current area, and you would get like 1 to 2 seconds of black screen where the music is just loading. So that's kind of weird. Yeah. Skip the Martyr, also skip the center because, as I said before, we still need to keep up the warp point. Also, I don't really understand why this is in this game, but you can fly to towns with Pokemon centers if you enter them, but you have to enter centers which are not in towns in order to be able to fly to them. So because I didn't enter the Rock Tunnel center, I can actually not fly to it for some weird reason, but I can fly to this center later on, even though I didn't enter it. Don't really understand the reason why. Yep. I got quick attack from the Vulpix there, which is okay, doesn't really deal any damage. So yeah, gonna get on getting off the bike there. Also saves some audio lag for some reason. We're gonna get on next card poke here, which is gonna be an Eevee, which is very conveniently placed like on top of this house, or at the top of this house. It's just there in a random Pokeball. Nothing really special to do. It's a little of a detour, but Eevee is actually a really great poke for this category, because you can use it later on to weaken stuff and to be able to run away from certain pokes, especially Diglett. You can just run away from Diglets or Duck Trios if you don't want to catch them. Then get off the bike there, just loses some time. Get the coin case here, because we need coins to buy pokes. Grab the hidden PP up here, which we're gonna sell later, and enter Game Corner. And Game Corner is basically grab a lot of coins which are randomly, or not randomly, but just placed on the ground here. Gonna give you 20 coins, there's gonna be 40 coins in the corner here. And we need 20 more coins, so we're gonna be at 180 coins, and we're gonna buy 500 more. Which actually costs 10,000 Pokédollars, which is a lot. So now we have 680 coins, and with 680 coins you can buy Both Clefairy and Abra. So 2 more free pokes. You know. Didn't really talk about my pace right now, but yeah. Build split was, compared to PP, my PP had an awful build split. That's why I gained a lot of time there. The Rock Thunder start split was okay. Missed 1 kick. And got a 1% encounter and had to enter the center, so I lost some time there compared to PP. Yeah, target. Basically, the target split at this point doesn't really say anything at all. Target or Sparkles run used an earlier route, which is the normal, quote unquote, route which fights Surge right after Boat Travel. So he already fought Surge at this point, that's why we are that far ahead right now. Or we're that far ahead right after Rock Tunnel. But we have to fight Surge later on, and we're gonna lose some time to that. But yeah, so one easy fight here is gonna be Water Gun ×2 on both folks. Because we are in Torrent, otherwise we would have to Water Pulse. He's gonna drop the lift key. Gonna grab the lift key. Run back up. As you probably saw before, I grabbed the black glasses here. Black glasses are a held item, which improve dark type moves by 10%. So basically it makes Bite strong and mess up the movement there. It's fine. Grab this very conveniently placed Moonstone, which we are gonna use later on. I also grabbed another rare candy, so now I'm at 3 candies, which I'm just gonna pump into Wartortle later, or right after those 2 fights. I also grabbed a PP up and a Nugget when I entered this place. I'm gonna grab this Calcium as well, and I'm gonna just sell all of these items very soon, because they give a lot of money. Nugget basically sells for 5,000 Poké Dollars, and both Carvers as well as Calcium sell for 4,900. So yeah, we get to buy a lot of stuff selling those. So yeah, more benefits of Torrent. On the Eradicate before, I was able to Water Pulse it because I was in Torrent, otherwise I would have to Mega Kick. For this fight as well as the next fight, the Ekans are ranges. Ekanses, whatever. Both of them are ranges. One of them is like 11 and 16, the second is a really bad range, like 6 or even less than that, out of 16. And with Torrent you can just Water Pulse them and they are guaranteed dead. So Water Pulse this, Water Gun the Sandshrew, and the Arbok coming up is a guaranteed 2-shot no matter what. So because we are in Torrent you can just Bite plus Water Pulse, and Dice and Bite can flinch, which is really appreciated. In this case, because my HP is really low. I think Sting Poison can kill from here, or a Bite crit. I get the flinch, which is very fast. It also has Glare, and Glare doesn't do anything obviously, but it has Glare as well, which paralyzes you, so yeah. A lot of possible time waste, basically. Yeah, grab the Netball. Rare Candy 36. Which gives us Blastoise. Blastoise is really strong in this run. Not only because it has like, yeah, maximum special attack and whatnot, but we have Water Pulse, which is already a really strong move. We have Bite, which can flinch, and we already have Black Glasses, which we equip later on. And we're gonna get Surf very soon. And Stab, Torrent, Surf is... it's gonna kill nearly everything. And with X items we're just gonna be setting up like +2, +3 and just sweep. It's gonna be basically the rest of the run for the harder fights. But yeah, this fight is kinda scary because I'm not in Torrent. Which means the Kangaskhan is gonna be a 3-shot with Water Pulse. It would be a 2-shot if I were in Torrent, but I'm not. And it also has Fake Out, which it nicely didn't use. It goes for Bite, so I get crit here. So I'm like 1 in 3 to die here. I get Tail Whip, which is really nice. This was a very scary part of the run. This fight can just kill you. If I get Mega Punch there, I'm like 85% dead, because that's its accuracy. But yeah, very fast split because I had Torrent for a lot of times. Torrent for basically the entire split. HP is very good as well. It was really fortunate that it took some damage in this fight, because you need Torrent for the next 2 fights, or for the second next fight, or whatever. So yeah, by Clefairy here, by Abra here. Get off the... oh no, never mind, this was actually a really good play. Normally you would grab the T here, because you need it to get from 11 to Vermilion, because you just travel through what's the name? Saffron. Bad selling menu again. I don't know, there's really weird lag in this menu. So yeah, buy 2 Firestones, buy 1 Thunderstone, and buy 1 Leafstone, which are gonna be used for evolving later on. Firestones are gonna be used for Eevee, obviously, to evolve into Flareon. And we can catch Growlithe later on, which we could evolve into Arcanine, also with Firestone. So yeah, gonna buy a lot of X items here. 4 attacks, 6 speeds, 23 special attacks, 6 accuracies, and 3 guard specs, which are gonna be more than enough for the rest of the run. You don't have to rebuy any X items. That basically shows how strong Blastoise is. It doesn't really need that much or that many X items. So yeah, as I said before, I skipped the T because you don't need to grab it early on. If you get Pika early, that's another benefit of early Pika. So yeah, back here, grab Fly. And now we are just gonna do Teleport. And very conveniently enough, we're just gonna end up here in Vermilion City, where the next gym is. So yeah, early Pika wins again. It's so much time save. Basically, if you don't have early Pika, you would teleport back to Lavender here. And you would have to bike from Lavender to Vermilion, which is kind of slow. Kind of a scary spinner pass, but I think it was fast enough. I actually rechecked that one. It was like by 2 or 3 frames fast enough. But I actually misplayed it because I checked the left spinner there, and the left spinner like immediately spun as I checked the second can. So I was like, yeah, the other one can spin as well. But they have different spinner cycles, those two, because you load the left spin a little bit later. So they basically spin. How can I explain this? Basically spin a spin every 32 frames. And so if you like check the can within the first 16 cans and you pass him, which is gonna be 16 frames on teleporting, he can't see you. It's like the, yeah, whatever. But as I said, I checked the top left spinner and he spun, but he doesn't spin at the exact same times as the right spinner does. He spins like at frame 16, 48, 72, and the right one spun at frame 0, 32, 64, whatever. Did I actually split there? Yeah, I did. Big split. Interesting. It's like 80% muscle memory. You split every time after this fight because you are so happy if you beat Surgeon 80%. Because it's such a scary fight, but it's so extremely free. Yeah. Potion Blastoise here for the next rival fight coming up. Teach Fly to Farfetch'd. And now because we beat the gym, we can just fly to Lavender Town. Yeah. Saves a lot of time. Basically, as I said before, if you fight Surge later, or how can I explain this? Basically, if you don't have Pika, if you don't catch Pika in Forest, you have to teleport back to Lavender after Giovanni, or after grabbing Fly, and you do this section now, and then after you get the flute, you bike to Saffron and bike down to Vermilion and then fight. Small mistake, I didn't scroll back down in the menu for teaching Fly. So you would have to like bike back to Vermilion through Saffron, which is really, really slow. Okay, quick attack crit there. Would have died to another crit actually. It's kinda scary. But yeah, setup here, which is yeah, guards back, X accuracy, X attack, and then just sweep with Mega Kick. It's a useless crit there. Kinda low on HP, but not a single poke has a priority move, and Mega Kick just one hits everything. As long as I don't miss, but because I used an X accuracy before, every single one of these Mega Kicks is 99% accuracy, so it's really, really, really rare to miss. I think I've missed one ever. Yeah, I've missed one Mega Kick ever on this fight. Within like, I don't know, 100, no, maybe not 100, but I'm gonna say like 50 rival fights. I've missed one Mega Kick and it didn't even kill me. So yeah, that's that. Here's gonna be another free catch, or free quote unquote. There are a lot of Ghastlies here. There's also Cubone here, which is kinda rare. Skip this elixir because we don't need it in this route. There's the Ghastly, which is level 13, which is a 78% catch with a Nest Ball. So I decided to just go for it. And it breaks out, which is really, really unfortunate. Get Lick, get paralyzed. It's really bad. If it cursed them, I would have just died. Would have been fun there. Now I have to switch to Sting. Uses Curse, which is really, really good because now it's guaranteed with Great Ball. Otherwise, we would have had to use Peck until it was at like 50% HP and then go for the Great Ball catch. But now I was just able to do it like this. Which still lost time because I had to like switch out. I'm gonna have to Gonna have to potion here. Paralyze heal as well. I think I potion this actually. Yeah, I do. And use a repel because we don't need any catches here anymore. Already have Ghastly. So that was kind of the bad part about this split. Do a very weird movement here. I'll show this again. Wait, give me a second. So what I'm gonna do here is double turn frame. I'm gonna turn frame down, then up, and which means I'm able to pause manip the spinner. Otherwise, you would just like walk up to her, wait until she spins away, open the bag, get out of the bag, and then pass her. But by doing this, doing it correctly, obviously, you can just pause manip her, which saves like, yeah, one bag manip, so 3 seconds approximately. Yeah, small stuff, but nice stuff to be able to do. So, a few more easy fights here. Those channels are not really that challenging, as you can see by the level 24. We have our level 38 Blastoise with water gun, which is just enough to kill him. Ghastlies really don't tank anything. Do some weird turn frames there for whatever reason. Was probably thinking about something else and didn't remember which trainer I was. Tried to, like, I think what I thought I can't rephrase this. Whatever. Basically, I tried to bonk off of her, but then I realized I was at the wrong trainer. That's what happened. So grab another rare candy. There's a lot of rare candies in this run, actually, in run 2. I think you get like, let me think, you use 5 on yourself, and you have 5 for evolving later on. So you can grab 10 rare candies throughout the run, which is a really high amount. Yeah, water pulls the Marowak, also 7 torrents, get a crit, which doesn't matter. Sadly can't catch this, by the way. Just dodges the ball if you throw it. But we can catch Marowak later on, if we find one in Victory Road. So as you can see right now, I'm losing a lot of time compared to my PB as well as to target. But that's for obvious reasons. Because, yeah, I've already fought Surge. My PB fights Surge after the split. Or right after the split. So the time I'm losing right now, it's gonna come back in the next split. Not so with Target though, because Target, yeah, already fought Surge really early. So basically at the end of this split I'm gonna have accurate, what's the word? Basically I'm story-wise the same as Target after grabbing the Poke Flute, but I'm 3 catches ahead. So what am I trying to say here? Basically the split is gonna be accurate compared to Target. And I'm gonna be like about a minute behind, but 3 catches ahead, so basically I'm ahead of Target at this point. Which shows that, yeah, the run is pretty good right now. There were a lot of bad things already happening, like missing the Misty range or missing the Stario range, getting sand attacked from Rival 2, getting the 1% encounter, getting the breakout on Ghastly was really costly, or was really scary because I could have just died, and I had to parry heal. So that was kind of bad, but early Pika still saves a lot of time. It's gonna save so much more time very soon, which is gonna be after Koga, basically. Because as I said before, if you don't catch Pika early, you have to go to Power Plant and have to make a small detour to catch Pikachu And you can find Voltorb and Magnemite there as well. Power plant. But if you already have Pika, you can just skip the power plant entirely. And yeah. Which is very, very fast. And how fast it is, you're gonna see. This was like, after Blaine was like the point I knew this is a really, really sick run. Because as you can see right here, I'm like 1 minute behind. Behind target, so I'm like slightly ahead, about 30 to 40 seconds ahead of Sparkle right now. But that's good enough. Sparkle had like some splits were extremely good from him. Like his Blaine split was amazingly good. I think he had like the same amount of, he caught 2 more pokes in the same amount of time as my PP did, which is super crazy. And his islands were fine from him, I think. And his victory road was just like most lucky victory road I've ever seen. He found like 1 bad encounter and he had to catch 10 things or something. So that was super crazy. So yeah, more spinners coming up. Decided to do the double pause manip here. Don't know why, but I just went for it. Probably I felt like doing it. Mr. Rare Candy. Got the max elixir though. So yeah. We're gonna do a short shopping trip here after going to this wall. Movement was really not that great. Spinner passes were really good, apart from Dan for now. So yeah, small shopping trip. We're gonna buy a lot of Ultra Balls here. Gonna buy a few more Super Potions and a few Max Repels. And this is gonna be the part which decides the most about the run, which is Safari Zone. Safari Zone is very, very important. Because you can get like a lot of different catches in here, which are basically all exclusive catches. So basically every encounter you find in here is only available in here, or nearly every encounter. X is kind of a good first encounter, I wanna say. Obviously breaks out because it's, yeah, X. Yeah, kind of bad catch chance, but it's you can just evolve it with 1 Leaf Stone, so it counts a lot and breaks out again. It's like, I think it's 40% for this to get it. 40 or 50%. After 1 rock throw, and it gets in third try. So really good start. Already counts as 2 pokes. Yeah, so progressing through the zones here, get another encounter. It's gonna be Nidoran, which is also a very common encounter, but also very good encounter because you can just, yeah, candy it once and then Moonstone it and it evolves. Or in this case, you can just, you can even trade it for Nidoran female, then candy the Nidoran female to Nidorina, and then Moonstone Nidorina. So you basically 1 Nidoran male gives you 4 catches, which is a lot. So yeah, grab my items here. We grab the Leaf Stone before evolving stuff. We grab the full restore because we don't really buy any healing items at all. Find Venomoth for some reason, which is a really bad catch, so I'm gonna run from it. It's like, I don't even know the catch rate, it's like 7% or something. Really, really, really bad. Yeah. grab the max revive for safety. Grab the max potion, also healing item. Find another Venomoth, which is still, I think it's either 4 or 5% to show up, so kinda crazy. Find even more eggs, which is also bad. It's like, I think it's 50% here to find a good encounter. Or 70. Find Venonet, which is extremely good. Because Venonet you can trade later on for Tangela. Breaks out again. I think it's also 40% to get in for this one. Breaks out again. It's like 3 no-shake breaks, which is slow but still fast at being slow. And it gets in 4th try, so yeah. Really good so far. Counts as another 2 catches. So basically I have 3 catches but 9 planned already. Decide to leave here actually, because there's not really that much I can get in here anymore. There's only Doduo, which is exclusive to Area 3. And there's a lot more stuff in this zone. There's Rhyhorn, for example. Which you have to rock once and then catch. There is... Okay, break out the flea. Alright, I remember this one. It's like, this was like the first flea in Safari Zone. For some reason. And even more eggs, which are still bad because I already have them. Now I kinda have to stall for at least 1 more Nidoran. I kinda want to live with 2 Nidorans. I find a Paris, which is a really big catch as well. It's level 23 in this area, so you can just gain it once. And it will evolve, it gets in first ball, which is really nice. Really huge. I think I still decide to stay for 1 more encounter here. Because I kinda want to see 1 more Nidoran. Because if I catch either Nidoran male or Nidoran female or another Venomoth. So many Venomoths. Or Nidorino, I get basically 2 more catches. So yeah. Nidoran female would have been the biggest, but it's not available in this area anymore. So I'm basically just hoping for Nidoran male or Nidorino. Or Nidorina. But I find even more eggs, even more Paris, and now I find a Nidorina. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's really great. I think it's also 40 or 50%. I think it's 50% actually for this to get in. But what this does, this gets in first. Does get in first try. Okay. But what this does is, if you check my tracker right now, you can see I have Nidoran female plants. And now I don't have it planned anymore, because now I can just evolve my Nidoran male into Nidorino. And into Nidoking, and my Nidorina into Nidoqueen. Which means I only have 5 planned for both Nidos. But I get to skip the Nidoran male to Nidoran female trade, which saves really much time. So yeah, kind of okay Safari Zone, I want to say. A lot of breakouts, but only 1 flea from Rhyhorn, which didn't really hurt that much. I got eggs, I got Venonet, I got Paras, which all 3 count as 2 pokes, and I have Nidorina and Nidoran male, so 11 caught, 11 planned. 5. What? Yeah, 5 caught. So really big, really good. Safari Zone, a lot of planned, which is really important for early Pika. So yeah, now we're gonna get Surf, which is, as I mentioned before, really good. Better 1 HP is kinda low, but I can't heal this because I would heal out of Torrent. So I kinda have to go in with this HP. Yeah, because I'm in Torrent and I have Surf, which is 95 base power, Everything just dies here. No way around it. Torrent Surf is just way too overpowered. Even though Drowsy is really tanky or has a lot of HP. Kadabra isn't really that tanky. But you just destroy everything from now on. Nearly everything. There's a lot of tanky pokes here still coming up. But yeah, at this point you're like not really scared anymore of anything, of dying or whatever. Because you grab the revive right before the surf house, you grab the max revive in Safari Zone. There's gonna be one more Postman App spinner of this guy. That's why I went an extra step to the right after fighting the previous trainer. Like another small 2 to 3 seconds saved because I don't have to enter my bag. Now Koga. Koga is probably one of the scarier fights in the game right after Surge. At least in any percent, because it's really late into the run. And he has 2 very strong pokes. The first one is Muck, which never dies to 1 surf. Like this was 1 torrent surf, did like 2/3 of itself. I miss after minimize. It has minimized, which really sucks. It has sludge, which also is a lot of damage. I miss again, so this fight is like already going exceptionally bad. I decided to go to switch in Sting here. I think I max revive here actually. I don't. Okay, go for a normal revive. So already a really bad start. Minimize into double miss. I don't really remember my play here. I think, yeah, I just decided to go for surf. Get the range. I think this is a range to die. Maybe should have gone for next special here. Coughing always dies. I think I just decide to either water pulse surf or bite surf, freezing, or just double surf. I just double surf here actually. Because it can't get hit into heal range, and surf again to win the fight. So yeah. Basically went even with target. We both got 5 catches in Safari. But yeah, got some time back from the search fight compared to PB, but I still lost a lot of time compared to PB between Giovanni 1 and now, as you can see. So that was, yeah, due to the double miss arc. Was kind of a bad fight. Sting being dead here doesn't really matter at all, because you don't need it anymore. Only need it for cut and fly. So yeah, I'm gonna fly here to Pewter City. There's gonna be an old Amber. Get for free here. Get off the bike to save audio lag again. So this guy is gonna give us the old Amber. The old Amber we can just revive later on in the Cinnabar lab, I think it's called. Yeah. So that's 1 poke we get for basically free. We're gonna enter Diglett's cave here. Catch our free Diglett. Which is a 78% catch. There's also Dark Trio in here, which is a really awful encounter. And you can't even run from it, so you have to like kill it. That Diglett is, yeah, 78% catch, so very likely to get in. That's why you just go for it. It's like a 5-second detour, and it nearly always gets in. So yeah, that's 2 already, 2 more pokes already, kinda. And now we're gonna trade our Abra for Mr. Mime, which is another free poke. interesting to rewatch. I had a lot of like, not really extremely bad fights, but fights that still suck and lose a lot of time watching it. Like Misty fight, Rival 2 fight, Rival 3 because I'm kind of stupid. Yeah. And Koga. So yeah, so fly back to Pellet Town, get the free mom heal. Yeah, to be full HP for the next catching section coming up, and to refresh your surf PP. And yeah, basically to be all topped off again. Surf down, we don't repel yet because there's a tentacle we can catch in the water here, which is 100% to show up. Don't think I've ever seen anything else in here. It's level 5, which is, yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It's 78% to get in with the net spot. Actually stays in. Thought it broke out as well. Maybe it didn't get that much trolled. Whatever. So yeah, another basically free catch. Well, maybe not free, if it breaks out of the what's it called, netball. It gets kinda scary because you can't weaken it at all. And with an Ultra Ball it's only 50% to catch at full HP. So yeah, it's really bad. So yeah, we're still repelled here, so we're not gonna get any encounters. You kinda have to repel right after you catch Tenta. Decide not to grab the Cowboys here because it's just not worth at all. Repel is gonna run out very soon here. For some reason I pressed start. Don't know why. Get first encounter Wheezing, which is really bad. It's a 5% encounter. It's, I think, even the only encounter you can't catch in here. You can catch everything else here. I'm kinda pissed at that point. Such late encounter, and it's a useless one as well. But yeah, I find Ditto, which is really big. It's 10% to show up. And you can do a small trick here, which is you swap to Weedle. Ditto is gonna use Transform, turn it to the Weedle, and you can just Great Ball it. Ultra Ball it, and it's a 78% catch. Because it kinda... say that? It copies the catch rate of the Pokemon it transforms into as well, which is kinda weird. But otherwise, if you switch into, or if you don't switch and stay as Blastoise, you have like no shot at catching it. And with switching to Bug, you can just Ultra Ball it. It's really nice. So there's still a few more things you want to catch in here. There is Eradicate. Radiate, you have to surf this. And there is Coughing, which is also very common. This might be a guaranteed catch, or 78%, don't remember. Hi Graham, thank you very much for that. Congrats. Kinda enjoying the rewatching of the run. Like checking how awful some fights actually were. Yeah, kinda want to stay for at least Coughing here. I immediately find it. You have to bite this. Hope it doesn't die. It's Smoke Screen, which is fine. As self-destruct, it has largely had some bad moves. It can mess you up. But generally it's fine. I've seen like self-destruct into kill Coughing. It can really troll you, but normally it's fine. It's like, yeah, another free catch. So, yeah, small menu here. I'll teach Blizzard. Because we don't really need Mega Kick anymore. Roll for Eevee with the Firestone. Really important to use the Firestone, not the Thunderstone. Because need the Thunderstone later. Yeah. So, don't really want to say really good mansion. We got the two obvious catches, which are Eradicate and Coughing. And we got one bonus, which is Ditto. So, we are at 42 plant right now. Which is kind of fine after mansion. Want to be a little bit higher, like 33, 34. 43, 44, maybe 45, if all things go well. Also, I already have X and Venonet, which are both available on islands. So, although my pace and stuff is looking really good right now. Also, if you check the split, it's just crazy as this run is at this point. This is like the break point of the run. Being able to skip power plant and just immediately go to this gym or go down to Cinnabar just saves so much time. Like you're gonna see at the end of the split how far ahead I am at this point. Like and during the run I wasn't really paying attention to pace at all. I was like, yeah, Koga fight sucked. Didn't have any breakouts at this point. During the entire split basically. Had first ball on Diglett, had first ball on Tenta, and I had first ball on Ditto and on Eradicate. Only caught 5 things. Yeah. So it was a really good split. I had one bad encounter basically. Yeah, kind of a free fight here. You just spam surf, raw lift dice 100%, Ponyta dice 100%, Rapidash is speed tied with the speed, but dies to one hit, one surf. It has bounce and fire blast and some weird stuff. I think I actually got a speed tie here. And the Arcanine doesn't die, because I'm not in Torrent, so I have to Water Pulse twice here. And it also has Takedown, Fire Blast, some more things. And it goes for Fire Blast, and it burns. Which is, like, kind of weird at this point. If I don't get burned, I kind of have to go for early Ponyta catch here, but because I'm burned, I'm like perfect HP for just going for Bikers here, or doing late Ponyta catch. So yeah, if you can see right now, I'm 3 minutes ahead of target with one less catch, so I'm like miles ahead. Got so much time back just by skipping power plant, and that's the huge benefit of finding the Pika in the forest. Just get to skip an entire section. So at this point I'm like, holy shit, this run is good. I'm 3 minutes ahead of my PB, basically. And my PB was awful in some parts coming up. So yeah, say yes to Bill here, got the islands. It's gonna be a long cutscene, so yeah. Maybe talk a little about my catching, about the pokes I've caught already. So on islands I'm gonna be aiming for specifically Ponyta, which you can trade and then maybe Wolf, depending on the Ponyta you get. There's like a few more things you wanna catch. There's Gloom, there's Pidgeotto, there's Hypno, which you kinda always get unless you crit it. And there's like a few more smaller things you can get. You can find a gloom. You can find an oddish. You can find Psyduck. You can find Rapidash, for example. You can find Drowsy. You can find Meowth. You can find Geodude. You can find Venomoth. It's a lot of things basically you can get, but most of them are pretty rare, like 5%. Like 5% encounters, so not worth it all grinding for them. If you find one, then yeah, you can be pretty happy, but it's liking. But you have to find those Pokestone. But yeah, Ponyta is pretty much guaranteed you stall until you find a Ponyta. Gloom and Pidgeotto you kinda stall until you have both of them. And stuff like Oddish and Meowth you can still get later on in different places, but they are really nice to get as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna take a short break. There's not really much going on in these fights. It's just gonna be me mashing Surf, hoping to not die. So yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Try the fights. Okay, back right in time. So yeah, all of those pokes are just one hits, including Weezing, and Muk is like 1 in 4 to kill you. So yeah, really good fight. Not dying here saves a lot of time, obviously. Because I'm still alive and burned, I decided to grab this full restore. It's like, yeah, still have a lot of full restores. So yeah, heal to full here, because next fight is gonna be a little scary if you don't, if you are not at full HP. Yeah, another small shopping trip. Sell the protein here, which we grabbed in Safari Zone, I think. And buy more Ultra Balls, and buy max escape ropes. 8 are gonna be enough for the rest of the run. 6 would be enough, but whatever. Going to 8 is just faster. So yeah. Don't want to hit the double battle. Actually going counterless here up until this point, which is a little bit good, a little bit bad, because I kind of wanted to see Oddish here. Oddish is pretty likely to be found here. But it's no big deal. So yeah, this fight is Exaccuracy once and then just Blizzard times 3. It's like 93% for each of those Blizzards to hit. Crit the Bulbasaur, which doesn't matter at all. And yeah, pretty easy fight, as long as you don't miss. I think I had one Violet fight where I missed 3 Blizzards. It's kinda awful. I think I had to like double bite or bite surf or something stupid to get rid of the last Ivysaur. So yeah, still no encounter, so I'm like, yeah, it's kinda bad. Pass the Walker, if you do the movement like this, she can't see you. Yeah, so I'm still at 42 planned, right? 42 total right now. Just a little low. Still don't get any encounters. I'm starting to force a few more grass types. I find Drowsy, which is really good. I think they said to water pulse this. Yeah, you can bite it, but it puts it at very low HP. And if you water pulse it, it doesn't die, and it's guaranteed catch at, I think, even at 50% HP. So better to just water pulse it. Even though the notes are different. I still looked a lot at notes, by the way, during this run, especially for catches. And there's gonna be there's gonna be one fight or one catch where this is really crucial. I find X, which is kind of stupid. It's like a really good find if you don't have them already. But yeah, kinda got fucked a little bit by that. Find Oddish, which is 10%, which is a really good find. I kinda have to Yule Ball this. A guy with pants, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. And try a stream. So yeah, first ball Oddish, really nice. I can candy this and then evolve it with candy it to a Gloom and then evolve the Gloom with Leafstone. Wild Plume. I think, yeah, I still decide to stay here because I need more catches. I see a Venomoth to actually go for this. I think I think I was like, yeah, I'm gonna risk this. It's really, I think this is a 50% catch. This HP. Venomoth is like really hard to catch. No, it's definitely 50%. Get it? Like, yeah, it's cool as a bonus, but it's so hard to catch. But it gets the second try, so it's like, yeah, nice. Helps a lot, obviously, because I'm still that low on total. So I still decide to stay because I can still find a Pidgeotto and Gloom, and I find a Pidgeotto, which is perfect. Okay, quick attack, which is also nice. It has Whirlwind, which can troll you a lot, obviously. Confuse it doesn't really matter, because it's guaranteed from that HP, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so get Pidgeotto. I can candy it to get a Pidgeot, because my Pidgeotto is level 37 and you only need a 36 Pidgeotto to evolve. So yeah, kinda good forest, not gonna lie. I found Oddish, I found Pidgeotto. Didn't find Gloom, which is fine, which is also kind of a bad catch. Because Gasmiss saves a lot of time. Hypno is also 50% catch. I think picks up the first time, obviously. So this is right a really crucial point of the run. If I get here, where I get a lot of breakouts here, run is basically over. Because as you can see, I have 50 total and already have 4 candy pokes planned. So I need to catch 9 more things. I only have 11 Ultra Balls left. So I'm like really low on Ultra Balls at this point. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna go for hard catches unless I really have to. Right before Victory Road, or in Victory Road. So yeah. Gonna bike up here, I think. Yeah, this is like the point which kinda annoys me the most. I find this Psyduck. I'm gonna pause here. I find this Psyduck. And then in my head I'm like, I need to water pulse this, otherwise it dies. And on a second thought I was like, I should look at the notes and look into the notes, and my notes say use bite, and I'm like, for a split second, like I need to bite this. And then I think about it, and when I used bite, it was like, no, bite kills. And I'm like, why did I do this? It's like a free poke just wasted. So that's probably the biggest, one of the biggest mistakes of the run. Using bite on this instead of water pulsing, because if you water pulse it, I think it's still a guaranteed catch with an Ultra Ball. It's not even 78%. So at that point I'm kinda mad at myself that I made this stupid mistake. You can still get Psyduck later on, so that's not that big of a deal, but still, it saves a lot of time. Get Spear, which is very unlikely and very bad. And I find Rapidash, which is also really hard to get in. And I decide to water pulse it, because it can die, but it can also live. And it lives, and it uses takedown and kills itself. This was like, I'm like, yeah, why? Why? Really, really bad. It's like 2 pokes killed for stupid reasons. And another Spearow. Yeah. Maximum time wasted at this point. So now I find the Ponyta, which is like the reason why I go to this grass. Yeah, guaranteed from here. So it's also level 34, which means I can, after trading, I can evolve the Seal to Sea Dugong. It's Dugong. So the Ponyta catch here also gives free plant, basically, or free total pokes. So yeah, Ponyta is also one of those big catches you kind of want to have nearly every run. Same as Pika, same as Nidoran Male. Stuff like that. So here's like, this is like one part I didn't really think at all about it. In this PC, you grab Banonette, you grab Pikachu, you grab Ponyta, and you switch around your party so your bug is in front, and you PC heal your Blastoise. So yeah, kind of a neat PC if you know how to do it. You can save like 10 seconds if you do it correctly, because you save the swap later on. So your party order is in the correct place, your bug is always in first, Bird is always in second where you want it to be, Blastoise is always in last where you want it to be, so switches are faster. Those islands were so bad. I still golded the split. I remember that actually. I still golded the split, although my islands were kinda bad. I killed 2 things. I got a lot of bad encounters. And Mina only caught 6 pokes. That might be the reason why I golded here. But as you can see, I lost 40 seconds to to Sparkle, and Sparkle's islands were not that exceptionally good, so yeah. This was like kind of a bad split, not gonna lie. But I'm still, yeah, as you can see, 2 pokes behind PB, but 4 minutes ahead, so I'm like, yeah, whatever, still a run. Still amazing. Keep your head up and just go. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of trading, evolving, resurrecting and stuff in this place. So yeah, basically what we do here is we trade Ponyta for Seal, we revive both fossils, then we are gonna candy the Seal to Dugong. Very nice scientist movement, twice. Then we're gonna evolve the Pika we have. So first rare candy. Then we evolve the Pikachu into Raichu. And then trade the Raichu for Electrode and trade the Venonat for Tangela. And yeah. That's it. And at this point in the run, I'm like, I need to catch more things. 53 is not enough for Victory Road. I need to catch more things. And I'm searching for alternatives. Which is either Fuchsia Grass, which would be either Oddish or Venonat if you still miss both. Or Ditto. But I already have all of them. And the second part I see was Celadon Grass. And Celadon Grass is play you can make if you don't have Meowth or Pidgey, don't have Growlithe, and don't have what's the 4th poke? It's like 4 pokes you can catch. It's like Meowth is 40%, Pidgey is 30%, Growlithe is 10%, and missing one thing. Let me think. Gym counter is 20%. Man, something I already have caught. But yeah, trade for Electrode, trade for Tangela. It's 40% for Meowth, it's 30% for Pidgey. I think it's 20% for Oddish or something. 10% for Growlithe. So I'm like, yeah, 50% for catch. I need to go for one. Or is it a duo? I think it's Oddish actually. Oddish might be the 4th one, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, 50% for good catch. I need to go there. And I still have to bike there as well. So I'm like, that's the perfect play. And during the flying, I realize my bug is in front. I can't let my bug in front. I need to like switch if I find something. So there, I need to switch. Something to the front. I realized way too late. Could have tried to like YOLO it, just go in and throw the ball at it. It's 78% to get in. But if your bug dies, that's enormously bad. Basically have to revive it, and you don't want to waste your revives. So yeah, YOLO ball it, gets in first try. I'm like, okay, whatever. Switch was useless. Don't care. Got another poke, that's like really important. Now I'm at 54. I'm way more comfortable with this. Because there's like, I need to catch 6 more things basically. Within basically between Giovanni 3 and Victory Road exit. I need to catch 6 more things. Which is still a lot. I'm gonna teleport on my map here. Which is another nice mechanic. Basically you run up towards him. If he didn't walk yet, he will not walk the time you pass him, so yeah. That was really slow, but I didn't really want to mess it up. Switch back to front. Because we want to evolve our wheel here. Spinner pass. Let's do it 3 times because he's type C spinner, so he can basically spin anytime. So we have to back manip him 3 times. Which is really slow, but still faster than fighting him. Obviously. So yeah, as I said, I need 6 more catches. With I think 8 or 9 Ultra Balls left, so I'm like, yeah, gonna be fun. But there's a lot of things I can still get here. Don't really talk about this fight here. Not really much to talk about. Basically, you're set up to +1 or +2 special attack. Special attack. You max accuracy once, then you try to sweep as much as possible. Could have tried to like... maybe not. I was thinking about using another special here. That's not worth. So yeah, Wheel is gonna evolve here for the first time. Gonna get level 9 here. That's why we switch it to the front. Need to put the Blizzard here. 93% and we get it. Gyarados is a ranged die to Blizzard here. I think I actually get the range in this run. Let's see. I don't, okay. But I get Dragon Range, which is the big reason why I went to +2 special attack. Because now I'm in Torrent, and having Torrent for the next 2 fights is really, really useful. Decide to Water Pulse this, because I think it's 12 and 16 range here. I calced this one out. Might have been a 13 and 16, don't really remember. I think it was 12 and 16 because I had a lot of bonus experience, so I leveled before. So yeah, because I had the bonus experience from Psyduck as well as Rapidash. Which is gonna come in really bad later on. Especially during Lorelei. But I'm gonna talk about that when we get there. So yeah, we get our our Kakuna here. Grab the Lapras from this guy, which is also really nice to have. Just gives you Lapras. Lift you across the water. No, it does not. I have Blastoise. So now our bug is still up. Bug is still up front. So basically we're gonna do the same thing again as before. Which means switch to Blastoise, then sweep. That's the reason, by the way, why I want to have Blastoise in last slot. Because you can just press up twice and you are so you need 2 inputs to get to Blastoise. You can also put Blastoise into slot 3, but I always preferred it in slot 6 because it's like, yeah, easy to find, training muscle memory, like always having it in the last slot. It's just impossible to mess it up, basically. And you save inputs. Don't know why I mashed that. I didn't mash that. So yeah, gonna get my Beedrill here. So I'm gonna be at 43 caught here. Sabrina. Which means I have... how many did I get in this split? I think I got... 11. Yeah, I got 11 pokes here. Normally you don't get more than 10. But I caught the Meowth. Yeah. Blastoise back to front. Actually go for the revive here. Because I only have the max revive left at this point. So I was like, I'm gonna play this really safe. No messing around. This is a really good run. So yeah, Giovanni is... Yeah, and Torrent, this fight is pretty free. Just surf Nidorino, surf Nidoqueen, surf Kangaskhan and hope you get the range, which is like, I think 10 or 11, 16. If you miss the range, he only has Mega Punch as its strongest move. Yeah, not really that interesting. Range. No, otherwise, if you don't have Torrent, you have to set up an X special here and then sweep with Surf, or even hope to get into... if you get hit into Torrent after +1, you can just Water Pulse this entire fight, which saves a lot of Surf PP, and you kind of need the Surfs at this point of the game because you need to surf basically the Rival 5 fight. You need to surf in this fight, you need to surf in Sabrina's fight, in the Sabrina fight, you need to surf in Erika's fight, very likely, and you need to mess up the menu there. So another small menu, switch back to spot bugs, grab both Nidos, and grab Clefairy. But don't heal Blastoise because you need. Because you need Torrent for the next gym. But yeah, as I said before, you need a lot of Surfs. You only have Surf only has 15 PP, so. Yeah, it's kinda constricted with that. Constricted is the right word, I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, and you need to surf a lot of things in Giovanni's gym, as well as Giovanni himself. If you don't have Torrent, and you very likely don't have Torrent in that gym, because you kinda want to heal out of kill range. But yeah, this fight is Water Pulse the Kadabra to save Surf PP. Surf Mr. Mime, set up an X-Speed on Venomoth, and hope you don't get Psybeam confused, and then just sweep with Surf. Yeah, pretty easy fight. I was like stuck on expression for a second there. But Sabrina had other plans. And she confused me again. So I decided to special there, then full restore. Because you kind of need either Torrent or +1 to sweep here. So don't get confused on this turn though, which is really important. And from there just go. Just go from there. So yeah, losing a lot of time here, partially because of the really bad confuse, Psybeam confuse, which yeah forced me to full restore obviously, and also I caught an extra poke compared to PB. I caught 2 extra pokes compared to target. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, my lead is getting smaller and smaller, but it's gonna increase right now. Because I think... No, Sparkle doesn't trade. But my PB... basically after Sabrina's gym, if you have a Nidoran male and want to get a Nidoran female, you have to bike up to the tunnel, to the underground tunnel, and trade your Nidoran male for Nidoran female, which takes about 40 seconds, I think. And because I already have Nidorina, I get to save the trade. So I save a lot of time there. But the huge downside is normally you would want to keep Torrent for this gym, for Erika's gym, because it just makes the fight so much easier. You can just surf the Victory Bell, bite the Tangela and surf the Vileplume. I think the Vileplume is a very favorable range. So yeah, Torrent is really important for this gym as well, but I'm like, yeah, 10,000 kilometers away from Torrent, so I'm thinking about what strategy I should do here. I was in this situation once before, where I was like at full HP. I actually was in this situation more than once. I got confused by Sabrina a lot of times. But most of the times I either decided to YOLO through and die, or YOLO through and not die and just have Torrent for these fights. But I have been at full HP for these fights as well before, so I was like, either I just YOLO Blizzard both pokes, or both the Victory Bell and the Vileplume, or I set up a next special. I was like, I'm gonna go for a double bite. Barely miss, barely doesn't die. Should have X specialed here, actually. So now I decide to X special, because I think she's gonna heal again, but she only has one hyper potion for some reason. But she missed the stun spell, so I didn't get punished at all. That's like one more thing I have to remember from now on. So yeah, now the Vileplume is a range again. It's like 12 and 16, basically the same as Surf in Torrent would be. And I don't really care if I miss it, because she doesn't have any healing items anymore. And yeah, get the range. Lose some time to Sparkler, because yeah, she healed and I used the next special. So basically I lost like 15 seconds compared to good split, but I still gained, yeah, 50 seconds compared to my PB, just because I didn't have the trade. So yeah, the run is like still very good at this point. Basically in any percent you would do this part right here, right after Koga, but so the grabbing strength part. But in round 2 it's actually faster if you do it the other way around. If you like come back here after you defeat Erika, because there's a rare candy right behind this boulder, and you can't push the boulder without Erika's badge. So after you beat Erika, you come back here, do some Evo stuff, do teach strength, push the boulder, grab the rare candy, and go. Don't know why I went down on that. Kinda weird. So yeah, gonna Moonstone Nidorino here, Moonstone Clefairy, Moonstone Nidorina. Don't even think I heal here. Okay, I think I have to remember this actually. This was a really good play. I didn't really think about it after the fight, but you could like just bite and either hope for the flinch. There's gotta be some way. You just X-Special and then bite the victory bell. If you don't have torrent for the fight. Round 2, so because you need the blizzards for the next rival fight, and you need your surfs as well, so you can't just like waste the surf because you have, yeah. Know what I mean? So fighting there is probably the best play. Maybe even water pulsing or something. Don't know why I went to the right there. The misclick, or I'm just thinking. Whatever. Grab the rare candy, head out. Switch back, but switch the second back to front. Just a mistake. Mess up another fly. Yeah, switch back to front because in Giovanni's gym you evolve the second bug, which in this case is Caterpie. Usually you would have to heal Blasters in that menu as well, but yeah, my Blasters is at full HP, so doesn't really matter at all. So yeah, another random AI trainer. Didn't really talk about AI at all. Basically, nearly every trainer has random AI, so he chooses a random move, which he uses. But gym leaders, rivals, and E4 members and champ, and I think both admins as well, Rocket Warehouse later, and all cool trainers have smart AI. And smart AI means if they have a move that can kill, they will go for the move, or they will use the move. If they have more than one move that kills, they will just randomly use one. I think it's pretty randomly which one they use. So yeah, the next trainer coming up is gonna be a cool trainer, and he has a Marowak which has both Headbutt and Bone Meringue. So he's gonna use one of those two, guaranteed. Which is kinda nice to have because you're like, yeah, you're guaranteed to take damage. So getting closer to Torrent. So yeah, evolved Caterpie into Metapod, and after this fight, our Metapod is gonna be Butterfree. So yeah, this fight is just a switch. Get Headbutt, which is the move with less damage. Fine. Kinda slow though. Well, not slow, but kinda bad because we are very far away from Torrent. So yeah, Metapod got level 10 there, so it's gonna evolve. And the rest of the fight is just Water Pulse / Surf. So, not slash, but Water Pulse or Surf. You know what I mean. But yeah, HP is pretty good actually at this point. It's like not too low for a rival. I guess that's like the benefit of healing to full before this jump. Normally you want to heal at to like mid HP, like 70-80 HP, so both Machoke as well as Marowak put you back into Torrent, so you can just sweep with Water Pulse, so you save the Surf PP. It's split. But yeah, there's not really much going on in this run. You have to remember to switch Blasters back to the front after this fight. That's like the only thing important. The only important thing in this split, basically. So yeah, most of the times you think, any percent viewer would think about the, I don't know, Lapras ranges, Bruno ranges, which threat to do, at which HP, stuff like that. But in round 2 you most of the time just like think about which catches you still need and where you want to catch stuff. So like, as you can see at this point, I still need 6 more pokes caught. I don't have any candy poke. I have 3 candy pokes, I don't have any more. 3 rare candies. And I'm kinda low on Ultra Balls. So I'm like, yeah, I need to play it safe, so I don't get too many breakouts. And I need to catch a lot of things. It's like my mindset going to this last catching section. And yeah, there's still 6 more things I need to catch. One is gonna be Psyduck, which is gonna be in the water right before Victory Road. One is gonna be either Rats or Mankey, which are both available at Route 22. Basically the one where Viridian Rival is, or Rival 6 is. I didn't really lose any time in the split. Nothing majorly happened. A lot of bad manuing, I guess, happened. Would have been like 3-4 seconds faster. My manuing was crispy. Extra step, whatever. So yeah, gonna talk about catches later. This fight is kinda scary as well, but I am at kinda low HP, so I will have Torrent for basic the entire fight. But setup is the same. You spec once, exec, and then sweep as good as possible. Hope you don't get crits or any high damage rolls from Pidgeot. Yeah, as you can see, I only had 1 Surf and 3 Water Pulses. I think 3. Was it 3? Maybe it was 3. I don't know. Whatever. Hit level 50 here, which means that Venusaur is no longer range. Might not even be a range in round 2. Anyways, at 49. That's definitely not a range at level 50, so whatever. Hit the Blizzards. And the rest of the fight is just like, don't die. Still a kinda low HP, so I kinda want to see you flinch here, I think. Get the flinch, which is very, very important. Otherwise I would have had to heal here. If I see like, maybe not. If I see Rain Dance is fine, but if I see Hydro Pump I need to heal here. Because Growlithe has takedown and it will kill me if it thinks it can kill. So yeah, X-Speed here, Growlithe goes for Agility, which is fine. Whatever. X-Speed is not for the Growlithe, it's for the Alakazam. Which outspeeds you. And it has Psychic, which does hurt a little bit. Yeah, pretty clean fights. Nothing spectacular happened. Didn't miss a blizzard. Got the flinch, which saved some time. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the red/Mankey catch here, both for 45% to show up. And the Mankey, which is kind of weird. And I was like, I can't weaken this, I need to Yoda Ball this. Which is really bad. 6 catches, 10 balls. And he gets in first try, so this is a huge moment. It's a 50% catch. So basically a coin flip. If I had like 3 or 4 breakouts, it's over. So really lucky for this to get in. If it was like level 4, I would have switched to Barter Free and just used Tackle to weaken it. But yeah, so really important catch. Would have tried to stay for red, but I thought like it's not worth. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Psyduck here in the water. Psyduck is 100% to show up. And after that I still need 4 more things. So camp for Psyduck here, takes half a year to show up. Psyduck is also 50% catch, but you can weaken this with Nidoqueen and Nidoking. It's probably better to weaken with Nidoqueen. This save will miss because you can just bite, and Nidoking I think just destroys it with double kick or horn attack. So yeah, catch the Psyduck here. I think this is a guaranteed catch. Might be 78% catch, maybe 78% this HP, but whatever. Gets in, very good. So only need 4 more things. Which is, I can catch a Geodude here, I can catch a Machop here, I can catch a Machoke here. Yeah, I decide to heal here, because I still need to catch a lot of things. And counters here deal a lot of damage. Grab the hidden Ultra Ball here, so in case I get bad encounters or a lot of breakouts, it's fine. Find another Mankey, which is bad. Can't even evolve it. So there's like still Ekans, Primeape, Arbok, Fearow in this grass, so I decided to stall here till I find one of those. I find Spearow, which is like I think 10 or 15%. Very common. Find Fearow, which is not the thing I wanted to see. Yeah, need to water post this. I crit it for reasons. Get even more experience, which I don't need. Find another Mankey. So at this point I'm like, I think it's the percentage for a good encounter. I think it's only 30% of 40% with Fearow. So find Ekans really good. Doesn't even have Intimidate. Also 78% catch, that's why it's a really good encounter. Really high catch rate. Breaks out, obviously. I don't remember this. That's in second try. Still fine. So I still need 3 more things, but staying in this grass is not worth. So I decide to head into Victory Roads. Get a restore here. I think I do, yeah. Just for like added security. For either for E4 itself or just for post game. Need a lot of healing items if things go bad. So yeah, at this point I still need 3 more catches during the entirety of Victory Road. Find Onyx, which is the worst encounter possible. Because you can catch it, obviously. I think it's the only poke you can't catch. So yeah, I can catch Geodude here, Machop, Machoke, Zubat, Golbat, Primeape, Arbok, and Marowak are all available. Primeape not in this floor. Yeah, find Machop, which is perfect. You can just bite it once and it's guaranteed to get in. You get the flinch. So yeah, 58, 2 more catches. Getting close. Still a lot more possibilities to catch. If I like think think about it. If I had the... Never mind, I caught Psyduck already. If I had the Rapidash, I would have been at 59 here. And with Fury, I would have been at 60. Find another Onix. Really fun. Yeah, that kinda sucks. Onix is like, I think it's 30% or something to show up. Choke is really good, you can just water pulse it. Gets confused. But, yeah. Slowness, but it's also guaranteed after one water pulse. So yeah, I'm at 59. I'm really close. Basically, I need one more good encounter, which is either Zubat or Geodude. Are the two best I can get in here. The two easiest to catch. The other ones are kinda scary. They can break out a lot. Find another Onix for good measure. It's 30% for an Onix. This floor to show up. Yeah, grab the last rare candy of the run. Find another Machop. It's also bad. In the second floor, this is so Onix is only 20% now, and Prime Ape is 10% to show up, so even higher chance to find a good encounter. And I get the Geodude, which is awesome. Can't really weaken it, have to go for the YOLO ball. It's 78% to get in. And it gets in. So at this point I'm done with catches. Huge relief for myself at that point, because you don't really depend on RNG too much anymore. It's just execution basically. Except the first part already, really nice. Bonk, bonk. Movement was really bad throughout the run. I mean, I wasn't really nervous at all at that point. I knew my run was still good, even after a lot of shit that happened. That just because of my gold plane split, where I saved 3 minutes, basically. At that point I think I remembered Sparkle's run a little bit, and I knew he didn't have a really good end game, but his start D4 round 1 split was like nuts. It was so crazy. Don't know how I got off the bike there. Wait, didn't I hold left? I did. Okay, I don't understand. Whatever. Go next. I somehow got on and off the bike before I was able to push the boulder, even though I was holding left. So probably, I think it was frame perfect or something. I don't know. Should show Shiro this, because he's like, you need to mash or you need to clear the last checkbox with select, and I always did it like this. I always like timed the last text box, but also it sucks when the box is full. So yeah, withdraw, candy pokes. Need like, yeah, just decide to grab Ekans and Garrus. It's like, it doesn't really matter which pokes you get. I was able to I could candy Oddish here, Karas was a candy poke, Pidgeotto was a candy poke, Geodude was a candy poke. What else? And a lot of different options for candy pokes, basically. G-Shock. Right, hello. Hope you're doing fine today. Yeah, Ekans was a candy poke, so yeah. Lot of different possibilities. Yeah, it's gonna be just have fun looking at the Evos, I guess. Also Buckwing, hi and hello. This lane split, this is just early Pika. Early Pika is just 3 times safe. Yeah, Contra is a really good emote. Congrats. Oh. My bad. Ah, it doesn't matter. You can always rewatch it on YouTube or speedrun.com. I might even just upload, like, I don't know, a VOD of this. Still fine, yeah. It's getting weird, so yeah. Lost a lot of time in the split compared to. I mean, I think I was 1 poke ahead of target here, Sparkle. I think it was at 49. So he caught 1 more poke. What am I doing? He caught 1 more poke and still was like a minute faster than me. So this just shows how crazy good his split was. So yeah, buy some full restores, buy a lot of max repels, those are gonna be enough for the rest of the run. Have this execute for you. Or maybe not execute. Executor. So yeah. This is where the real fun begins. Helis is a myth in round 2, by the way. I think I have not seen a single Helis since I switched to round 2. It's looking good for now, not gonna lie. But it's always turn 3 Hail, which is fine generally. Because in case you get damaged a lot, you can still like full restore on Dugong. So that was 4 turns. Right here, I think I get the flinch here, but I still decide to full restore here. Because I was like, I'm not gonna go into Lapras with 40 HP. Get Ice Beam, don't get frozen, that would have been perfect me. I think Hail stops this turn actually. Either this or next turn. Yeah, it stops now, so yeah, maybe or maybe not it helps Cloyster using not protect. Don't really know, whatever. It worked, so. Sure. Remember is that turn 4 heal means full restoring. Hoping for protect, whatever. So yeah, because I got a lot of bonus experience, Rapidash, Psyduck and Furo, I hit level 52 here, which was a thing I didn't really pay attention to at that point. But this is where a lot of time loss comes in. This is one thing I didn't really consider. See this crit? This is heal range after Citrus Berry, and I was like, this is really bad. It was I think a max roll crit actually, so 1 in 256. Either that or the second highest roll. And I get Confuse Ray, hit self. Don't really know what to do at this point because I don't have strength, can't really switch or anything, so I just decide to spam bite. Get bodied, body slam parrot. Put it into heal range again. So yeah, this was a really awful fight. Best play would have been to take off black glasses for the fight. Full restore here. For no para, get parrot again. So that's 2 bodies and paras in a row. Nope, no confuse rate at this turn was really good. And just finish it off. No fully paralyzed as well, so that's okay. But yeah, as you can see, I lost minute to Sparkle there. Only lost half a minute to my PP. My PP must have had a really bad Lorelei as well. So yeah, bad start to E4. Pace is like slowly dying to random stuff. Yeah. Bruno fight, I am paralyzed, so he's gonna do turn 1 earthquake here for obvious reasons. This was not the smart play. Not play Bruno. It's just a casual Bruno. Rock Tomb here. He's back again. He's gonna earthquake. Speed, he's gonna earthquake again. Just got Donkey crit in this turn. That's like the only part, the only major part. Actually, I got a 36 and a 30 roll in this fight, which are the 2 max and min rolls you can get this defense. So damage evened out, red worked out. Perfect HP as well for this fight, for the next fight as well. Didn't really lose any time. Just a casual full restore turn 1 fight. Get the useless crit there, whatever. Should be saving time here compared to PP, I think. At least a little bit. Nice. Few seconds saved. Mess up the text box again. I don't know why, but I still keep messing that up. For whatever reason. That was smashing. Okay, Agafa. I think this was not a bad Agafa fight. Spec first because I don't want to mess up your speeds. Get a really high turn 1 Shadow Punch roll. Get a min roll on this turn. I'm like, I don't even know why I pressed B there. I think Shadow Punch is range to kill here. She actually goes for it but gets another very low roll, so I actually survive. I think it was 29 to 34 or 29 to 35, something like this, so definitely in kill range. could have lost another turn if she high rolled turn 2 as well. So yeah. Still, I mean it was a safe fight, but still a slow fight because I had the super potion early on. I think at that point I was like, I'm kinda have to YOLO this. If I don't, I'm just dead. I'm just gonna lose even more time. And if she doesn't use Shadow Punch there from 34, it's over. So yeah. Really bad lore, like basically a standard Bruno. Standard full restore turn 1 Bruno. Kind of a bad Agatha. I mean, as bad as it can go. Didn't really miss, so whatever. Miss. So not really ideal. But then I check my splits and I see 1 minute of time save compared to my PB in the split. I'm like, yeah, okay. I can get a lot if this fight goes well. Swap full restores back up because it saves a lot of scrolling, especially in these fights. Because you don't have to scroll down all the way. I mean, in any percent it's better because you only have the elixir at the bottom. Decided to do safe lands here because I have really bad special attack. Well, by really bad I mean 30. Spec Egg, get another Dragon Rage, so I need to full restore this turn. Hope for no crits. Get a pretty high roll. So basically if I miss here, I'm dead. Any turn. But I don't recall missing, so yeah. Compared to my PB, a very fast lands fight. I think I either died in my PB here or I got extremely destroyed by the Aerodactyl. Or both. Probably both. Must have died to it or something. I don't recall. Whatever. Get the crit on Dragon Knight because why not? Wing attack, but don't get crit. If I get crit, I'm dead as well. But dying to this is not that big of a deal because, yeah, reasons. You always have to revive. Only set up to +1. But yeah. No biggie. But yeah, saved a lot of time compared to PB. So that's nice. Around the menu a little bit more. Reason for that is you kind of want to have max repels and escape ropes next to each other, and I'm just used to having escape ropes one up of max repel. So I don't even know if it made the switch here correctly or not. Check. Whatever. Jump fight. Quote unquote simple. Guard spec, speed once, special 3 times, and 3 for sand attack or feather dance. Get a single feather dance, get aerial ace ×3, not into torrent. kinda the worst possible outcome. A +3 and barely not torrent. So you have to heal no matter what here. Well, nearly have to heal no matter what. Get growth though, so that's fine. The Blizzard didn't really matter because he used growth. So yeah, 65 HP is kinda bad because if you don't get the flinch, you have to heal on Gyarados. Yeah. Any other Pokés, just a one-shot. Alakazam, no problem. Gyarados didn't need to hit though. You need to bite plus Blizzard. Otherwise it doesn't die. Pretty bulky. And it's level 59, obviously. It's tanky. Yeah, get Dragon Rage, so I have to heal. Don't guard spec. Really bad this turn. Get the hit, very nice. And yeah, Arcanine just dies to Surf. So 1 heal +3 with exact fight, so kinda standard fight, not really too fast, not really extremely slow or anything. Kinda standard fight. Don't think I'm really saving any time compared to Sparkle here. Yeah, I'm losing time a little bit. Whatever, 2:55:50 is still a crazy good champ time for me. I think it's that time it was my best ever champion one, my best ever champ one time. I think nothing got even close to it. My actual PB might have my previous best champ one time. So I'm like, yeah, this is still a good run. I think I previously only had 300 champs, and those ended up with like 339 or something. So I was like 255 is definitely good enough to get a 333 at least, or 334. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play it safe, just finish the run, get a sick PB and whatever. Continue the grind. Yeah, a little bit more cutscene action. Basically we got all 60 pokes. Hooray. So we are gonna get National Dex here, which unlocks... does it unlock the side? I think it does unlock the side quests. Savvy Island. Probably does, yeah. So now we have access to... And we don't yet have access to the other islands. Just we need to do a small... To switch there. Small thing. We need to find a sapphire. Never mind, we need to find a ruby for Celio. That repair Vera just like I had to laugh a little when that happened. It was like right before that I had the old guy as well, so it was perfect with my mashing. Didn't really expect it coming, but whatever. Okay, so basically the next 20 minutes are just movement time, so I'm gonna watch this a little bit. Really bad start because you have more wasted repel steps. Yeah, First spinner pass, she can't see you. Second spinner pass, you have to run the bike and bonk into the wall. So that was not a safe pass, he could have seen me. Kinda scary at that moment, he even saw me stop for a second there. Because I'm like, shit, I messed it up. Yeah, get on bike there, save a lot of audio lag. It was like an instant transition. Really nice to see, so yeah. A few more easy fights. Bear just has Cubone. Tries to bite, because we are like, yeah, you can see it, we are completely over leveled at this point. Don't really understand why they added like level 37 grunts at this point. Is this area open here in round 1? Might not be. Might not be a hole in the door. Or maybe the rockets aren't, like, you can't talk to them or whatever. I don't think you can enter this area. Because I think you can get onto Fire Path here. Or Kindle Road or whatever it's called. I think. Not quite sure. Last time I played this game casually was like, I don't know, 10 years ago. Sand Slash is a range. Like, I think it's 15 and 16, so very likely to die. Yeah. More movement coming up. Just Mount Amber it's called. Fire Path is Sapphire. Yeah. Few more boulder pushes. Mess up this one. Because you have to go all the way back to the ladder again if you mess this one up. Whatever. It was close enough. Extra step for some reason. Yeah. So inside here's the ruby. Very conveniently placed. And you just... How did I... Escape rope out, fly back to one island, talk to Celio again. It's gonna be like, yeah, nice, you found the ruby, but I need sapphire as well, so... So he's gonna give us the Rainbow Pass, I think it's called. Which basically makes you able to travel to all 7 of the Sevi Island? Yeah, it's Sevi Islands. So now we have access to basically the whole post-game area. Is any part of my movement been in post-game? No clue how good my... I know I messed up the first spinner, like on Kindle Roads. I think the rest was kinda fine. Not perfect, but definitely good enough. Nice. Got the bike flash there. The bike there. It's good for now. Bike flash there, okay. Okay, made the extra steps there. Okay, it's fast. Oh, I bonked there. Oh. This is half a second. Or maybe a second with the audio lag. Get a very early repel wear out. Small menu, teach, use repel, teach, waterfall over water pulse, not surf, and equip the lumberry, which we grabbed right before E4, basically, but right after Victory Road. Really talk about it back then. But the Lumberry basically acts as a full heal which you can equip, so basically if you get confused or poisoned or slapped or whatever, it will just healed off once. Which is gonna be very, very helpful in the hideout fights. There's a lot of things that can happen. There are a few Hypnos, which can swagger you, which confuses. There are a few gold bats, wheezings, stuff that can poison you, like really annoying stuff. Don't really want to deal with it, so Lumber just saves your ass once. Can save like a lot of time, because pretty much saves the full restore, and you don't really have any full restores at that point of the run. I think you have one left after E4. Yeah, so saving even more time compared to PB. It's another part I didn't remember about my PB. Because it had to go to Celadon and rebuy specials. Because I ran out of specials in my PB. I had like 2 left after E4, and in this run I had like I think 6 or 7. More than enough, at least. So yeah, escape rope out, fly back to Island 4, get into the boat, get off the bike again. To Island 6. Just down, A, up, A, down, A. It's the other inputs. So really easy, and that's the same for traveling to Island 5. Kind of tricked there, because I didn't really know if the pass was safe. Kind of messed up the run to bike. But it was a safe run to bike, so whatever. This is awful. Shit. But yeah, thanks for the good luck, but I don't really need it. The run already happened. This movement was so bad. I wasn't not like nervous or anything. Like, this was just right out bad. Thought the hold was fine though, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Saria, I'm like rewatching my PB. I got it like 3 weeks ago, right after my previous, my last stream, basically, in an offline attempt. That was perfect actually. Thought it told itself. I tied 2nd place in round 2. So yeah, nice. Have the bike there at least. Yeah, travel to 5 islands, and this is the last scary movement part of the run. Just gonna be a bike to run to bike on this spinner. Got it perfectly, and dodge this walker, which I also did perfectly. And yeah, basically the next few fights are gonna decide whether this is actually a good run or not. Because those are just really bad. Coughing, guaranteed with surf. Get level 58 here, which is something you generally don't do. But I had a lot of early experience, as I said before. So surf this wheezing as well. I think this is a very likely range as well. It's like 12 or 13, 16, level 58. And I got it, so. Yeah, warehouse movement is pretty easy. There's like 2 spinners you have to bagman. The rest of it is just walking. Wait for it to spin, open the bag. Pass here, she can't see you on this side. Up towards next spinner. Bagman once. Bagman twice. Easy peasy. So now don't mess up the last 6 compartments. That's it. Really easy. Last part. Just a little bit of walking. Like the ice puzzle, but way easier. The ice puzzle in Sapphire and Emerald. It's just awful. Okay, so yeah, 2 Hypnos here. Need to Surf plus Waterfall, both of them. They have Psychic, they have Meditate, they have Swagger. Swagger is obviously really bad. Psychic, yeah, does a little bit of damage, doesn't really matter. Yeah. So goes for Psychic. Thanks for the good luck, Kuka. Really appreciate it. This might PP this run, Kappa. Yeah, so yeah, good first fight. Very high HP. And I still have the Lamb Berry, so whatever. Yeah, but this fight sucks. You have to Surf the Mug, X Special, Surf the Mug again. It has Minimize, it has Rock Tomb, which is both, yeah, really bad, obviously. Got Rock Tomb crits, really nice. Need to hit the Surf, which I do, very nice. My Lapras was pure pain. Need to hit this Blizzard, otherwise you lose some time. Did hit. So very good. Arbok here outspeeds. Yeah, it outspeeds because I'm at -1. And it will go for Sludge Bomb. Does about 60 damage, I think. No, 45 damage. Yeah, that crit was kinda unbelievable. I mean, nice to see that I get a turn 1 crit on Lapras, but still. That was kinda sad. Like, I lost flat out a minute to that crit, but I could have just removed the black glasses and make it a safe fight, but I didn't really consider it at all. Like, who thinks about hitting 52? You are so far away from level 52 at that fight. So yeah, I decided to Surf this. For whatever reason. Could have just Spec'd here, I think. But I think... how many Specs did I have left? I think my thinking here was I need to save my X specials because I'm really low. I'm at like 5 or 6. And if you get a bad... Mewtwo, you need at least 5. So I was like, I need to save them. I can't use especially here. But yeah, very good warehouse fights. I basically only lost one. Didn't lose a turn. 2-shot the Golbat, I 1-shot the Weezing, I 1-shot the Houndoom. Normally you like Blizzard the Golbat and 2-shot the Weezing. First bat is also fine, didn't miss. Didn't miss the Surf, didn't miss the Blizzard. very good warehouse. I think I even golded this. Or barely golded it. Barely did not gold it, whatever. I'm not dying to this fight. I mean, I had the max revive as well as the normal revive still left from before, so I wasn't really that concerned about dying. But you still lose like 50... yeah, maybe not 50 seconds, but at least 30 seconds if you die once here. So yeah, at this point I'm like, yeah, sick. I even gold up in 9 seconds. Like this is really sick. This is 332 pace easily. If I get a good E4 run too. Nice. Got up the bike. No, I got 50 seconds compared to Sparkle in the split. So, oh my god, the movement was so bad actually throughout the entire run. Bad menus, like going into the wrong menu. If I have like a really focused run and play almost perfectly, I can save definitely half a minute. Maybe not a minute, but at least half a minute. So yeah, nothing really that is left to do at this point. Just do good biking and pray for good Mewtwo and for no encounters. I think I have one full restore left at this point, so I decided to skip the full restore coming up. Don't know if the bike flash is faster. I tried it at that run, might be faster. So many extra steps. At this point I already knew I have to max repel. Because I already made 6 extra steps in it, and you can only do, I think. I'm already mad at myself for being bad. Messed it up that early. But yeah, I didn't get an encounter, so that kind of makes up for that. So yeah, just praying for a good Mewtwo here. There's nothing here, nothing really to do. But this Mewtwo is... it heard my prayers. At this point I didn't really know what this Mewtwo is. I was like, oh my god, goddamn. This is really rare, really a rare Pokemon. Yeah. Little stuff here, teach Earthquake over Swift. Fire Blast over, I think, Recover. I don't know, slot 2. Can't wait for somebody to mess this up and teach over Earthquake, because they're greedy. And yeah, escape rope out. Escape roping looks good in the video. Switch Mewtwo to front and fly. Neat little menu. Practice that one a lot though. Although it's like 8 or 9 inputs. Whatever. only had one full restore left, so I, as I said before, I decided to skip and just buy restores here. Just to like be extra safe. I was like, I'm gonna get this 332, I don't care how slow it is. It's gonna beat Spark each time. Got it. I was like 327 ahead, and I had. Did I have a death in here? I think I died in my PP here somewhere at least. But yeah, this is the moment that decided the run, which was this psychic road, which was like super crazy. It's like 3/4 of its health. Miss one psychic through double team. I'm like, okay, nice, makes up for it. Miss another psychic. Like, yeah, whatever. Even worse. Hit the third psychic though. So yeah, at this point I'm like, this is... Holy shit, this Mewtwo has high special attack. Was probably the highest ever roll I've seen so far. Super crazy. Okay. Fire Blast to hit. I don't think Jinx can kill from here. Know what its strongest move is. Whatever. Lapras also sucks because it can crit kill you. But it cannot if you crit kill it. Very nice. This was a really nice crit. Saved my ass, basically. I think I still decided to heal after this fight. So yeah, if you check my PP comparison, very slow menu. I'm like high 332 pace at the point. I'm like, yeah, if I play safe, this is definitely possible. More Fire Blasts. Gonna spoil this. I didn't miss any Fire Blast. I think I missed one ever in any round 2 run I did. I missed one Fire Blast. Don't even remember which one it was. I think it wasn't one of the Steelix. Okay, let's see if I can pause this. Because this is at this level up, you check your stats and you're like, is this good? Is this bad? Gonna pause this. Too slow. Try again. Okay, there we go. So you see 172 attack, very good. It's more than enough. You see 266 special attack, which is crazy high. I think 270 or something is the maximum you can have at this point. So yeah, like this is whatever. This is 2 special attack lands. This is, I don't know. Champ is gonna be free. 266 was so amazing. Yeah, losing time here compared to Sparkle because I used the full restore on Elixir in the menu before Bruno, not after Bruno. Whatever, this fight is pretty free. compared to round 1 Agatha. You outspeed, I think you actually outspeed everything, no matter what, no matter how bad their speed is. The only thing that can go wrong is you get crit by misdreavers. Or get a defense drop by misdreavers. Like the maximum time loss. But you have to set up 2+1 on it, and it will, I think it always goes for Shadow Ball, no matter what. Yeah, I had 5 specials left, so that's why I didn't use the spec in the warehouse fight. At this point I realized I have minus defense nature because Shadow Ball doesn't do 80 something damage normally. Should take around 70 I think with normal defense. I have the exact rolls in my head, but I have them written down in my notes somewhere. Yeah, this was 84. But yeah, that's the time I got back. Because I didn't elixir on that fight. I didn't elixir between Bruno and Agatha. So yeah, and I think even either at that point or maybe even earlier, I realized that Sparkle died in Lance 2. I think he messed something up with the Gyarados. I think he didn't heal to full before. So he got Dragon Danced and just Hyper Beam to death. Something like that. Something weird happened. So I was like, if this fight goes smooth, which it does because I only need to set up 2+2. That special attack wins again. I should be like 40 seconds ahead at this point. Check my stats here again. I had 134 defense, I think. On my special attack, I think I have 270 something. 72. Crazy high. I think I never ever was able to do a +2 dance before. Maybe, never mind, I did one in like my first ever run. I had a Rash Mewtwo. But that wasn't a run I timed, it was just like to get to know the route, set save states. That was also crazy. Yeah, free fight, set up to +2. Sweep. Yeah, so there's a free gold. I'm like, yeah, you can see it. I'm 49 seconds ahead. Like, don't die to champ. Just play it safe, and this is guaranteed second or third place. No need to risk anything. People died on champ. That's why I lost so much time. That's interesting. 4 or 5. Yeah, I think my PP died to Arcanine or something stupid. Yeah. Take out Heracross, then on Alakazam you just set up to +3 attack. Get Shadow Ball turn 1, the high roll, set up attack again. Get another Shadow Ball. At this point I'm like, I need to heal, I'm not gonna risk this for crit. So I decided to heal. Looking back at it, this was probably a bad play, because he went for Calm Mind. Was nowhere close to dying. apart from a crit. I basically gave him another turn of setting up, of being able to use Reflect. And Reflect is pretty bad. But yeah. Stats here again. Only check defense. Oh yeah, you only need defense for this fight. To see how much damage Hyper Beam does and E-Speed does. But yeah, if you have good attack, this fight is pretty free as well. Just Earthquake everything here. And not everything, Gyarados not, just Psychic this twice. I might be in Hyper Beam kill range here. I think I decided to YOLO this one as well for whatever reason. He went for Earthquake for whatever reason. Not even Dragon Dance. I think that was the first time I ever saw Earthquake in this fight. Didn't even know he had it. But he only had like Hyper Beam and Dragon Dance because that's the two moves you see the most. Whatever. Have to heal here because Arcanine has E-Speed again. So you just get full here. Then just Earthquake finish off the fight. Pretty slow, not gonna lie. So much sense on ticks. I can't do anything about it. If I got Dragon Danced from Gyarados, I would have been able to skip the heal probably. So yeah, I see the time ticking down. My lead from against Sparkle. Slowly falling, but I'm like, yeah, whatever. This should beat him. I didn't really know which time Zero had at that point. I wasn't like trying to risk for anything special. Weirdly enough, I somehow ended up tying him. So yeah, overall a really good run. A lot of good RNG. A lot of bad RNG as well though. There were a lot of fights where I lost like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, minutes. So definitely improvable, but oh my god, the catches were lucky. Not gonna lie. My catch luck was amazing that run. I mean, I had the Ghastly Breakout, I had this did I have, which was crucial. It was probably the worst breakout. I had a Hypno Breakout, I had a Venomoth Breakout, whatever. It was a casual. I had a lot of Safari Breakouts though. It was probably the bad part about the run. Yeah, it was a really good run. Movement was bad though. RNG was good,